All right. Let's get this going. See if we can get the chat window in here. How's everybody doing? Let's get that fixed. All right. You still in Viz? What's going on, everybody? Draken, Kazrax, what's up? Timatox, Craig, Slayheim, what's going on, everybody? Beastlord, Beastlord. We're gonna go and kill some rocks. In the trenches at work, but I'm gonna semi-alert. Drop in bars. Seems kind of silly. You have a shaman and a monk already, but no Beastlord. Early morning stream. I guess it's probably 10 a.m. for most of you guys. It's 7 a.m. for me. We ready for the weekend? What's up, Minesweep? Oh man, dude, I gotta work through it. But sure, I'm ready for it though, because it's usually a little more chill. How many people have we got in this zone? 9. Uh-oh. We didn't account for that. Clown car. Bro, there's like 300 people on the server, and 9 of them are here. Checks out. All right, well, it's 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. Yeah, last I talked to you, you're on your way to work during Slayheim stream. All right, so hopefully there's a little room for us in here. Sometimes I just take this back room and just keep it on lock. There's like, I already see some light sources. What do we got? What do we got? Derf Hunter. Let's take a stroll around the cave. Figure gotta get some AAs, you know, but can also get a little money while we're at it. All right. All right. This room is insane. Wish I could do that. That dude in the middle, maybe. That dude in the middle, though, he's a beast. I don't think I could take him. You need to be like a necro or a bard or a chanter or something. Damn. This bard's got my room. I like this room right here. So you got all these spawns in here. What is that? Like 7 or so. And then you can grab the ones out here. And I like to just keep that on lock. And then, you know, because people are constantly running around trying to grab mobs and stuff. And if you just like sit in the doorway and keep it on lock, people just look at you and then keep going. But in that way, you don't have to like break over and over again. You can just keep everything split. But I guess we can roam for a while unless he leaves there after he does that pull. If he leaves to go do another pull somewhere else, you know, we could swoop it. What's up, Eric? What's going on, dude? Working hard, man. Always working, dude. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. And kill it in that meeting, dude. And we'll see you on the flip side. Got to get back into raiding. Now let's see. We're gonna get lost in the tunnels here. I'm going the wrong way. Targu. It's all good, dude. So we got this room. Sometimes I do this room too. When I was not as strong, I would do that room plus all of these out here. Which I guess we could do that. Get set up. All right, let's start. Let's get, oh shit. I guess we're going now. So we'll get set up here. Oh, we got 2? Okay, I guess it's go time. Is this the one we're on? Man, I wanted to start. Oh man, we're in one of those situations, dude, where like the mobs are like in an annoying position. I wanted to start the stream a little earlier, and I like yesterday. I don't even know what happened. When I woke up yesterday, like my hips hurt, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why do my hips hurt?" And then throughout the day, my hips were hurting, and my legs were hurting. Long story short, throughout the day, I found out like when I would go on my breaks at work, you know, I walk around the area outside of my work. I didn't even slow these things. I was just sitting here talking. That's probably a good idea. And I would notice when I'm out walking and stuff, I would get back to my desk and then like I felt relief. So I was like, yeah, I gotta just like stop sitting so much or whatever. But over the course of the day, I was thinking about it, and based on like how I was feeling and stuff, I think I've got sciatica right now or something. So that shit was whack. Eric says, I do miss reading and EverQuest. I miss just grinding AAs and chatting. I noticed you didn't say you missed raiding in there. Interesting. Do I ever use root nets or anything? Not really. I don't really need it anymore. Like, once we get cleaned up here, we'll just dominate this place. Maybe, like, obviously, like, stronger mobs and stuff. I just need to get all my buffs going. I didn't mean to aggro that stuff. I think my invis dropped or something. Well, let's see what kind of loot we get. Ooh. What we get? Black Sapphire, 175 Plat, no big deal. And an Emerald. What we got here? Jacinth, 150 Plat, no big deal. Oh. Alright, we're just gonna bust Paragon just to get caught up here, and we'll do some buffs. Yes, since the last stream, I still have not downloaded the new Zeal and gotten my clicky situation on point, so whatever. Man, let's turn into the Fire Elemental. I keep getting myself in trouble with ads. You got the root nets going. I mean, I should have a stack just in case, you know? But I got so I feel like I'm never really in trouble. I'll just run from shit. Or stick my bear on stuff and then he'll take care of it. Let's do Paragon. And we'll be just about good to go here. Okay, so I think we're good. Got a bunch of my buffs from the raid from the other night still, so we're good there. All right. Toss the Petahil and we'll get going. gonna grab a couple here, probably. That's fine. Was that a shaman? Now I said that will be fine, but now we're taking 2 mobs at once, so typically I take 1 mob at once, so we're probably gonna take some damage. Runettes would be nice, but oh well. What is the title of the stream? What is the title of the stream? Am I confused? Sorry, excuse me, I'm gonna pull on my phone. I just want to see what the, I feel like I'm confused. I gotta see what the title of the stream is. What the fuck? That's not accurate. Man. I switched everything and it looks like it's still the old stuff. How do I update it now? Now this is gonna bother me. Sorry, 1 second. I switched the thumbnail and everything. Oh boy, this is where having some experience comes in handy, because I don't know how to edit shit in the middle of a stream. But for some reason, it's using my old thumbnail, and it's using my old stream title. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Why would it do that? No, see? Why does it say the old stream title when I look up my stream on YouTube? But for me, it says the new title. It says Wakening Lands, but when I look it up on YouTube, it says short stream. And then it has my old thumbnail, whereas for me, it has my new thumbnail. So why is that? So I did update it, but it's not showing for you guys. What the hell is that all about? Yeah. Yeah, what's that all about, man? Like... Let me try to update it again. When I do update it, it freezes now. Oh shit. Did I just bork us? I guess we'll find out. Where's the chat? What the fuck? That's whack. Well, let's keep killing stuff. Probably should have healed. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't know. I tried to update and then now it's just frozen. So that's brutal. I wonder if I like refresh the screen if that takes the stream down. That wouldn't be good. Should probably get a heal off or something if I can. I'm an ogre. Uh-oh. 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 We'll go back here. This is where those nets come in handy, huh? But nowadays I just roll my eyes. 'Cause you appear to be in danger, but you're not really. It's alright. Alright, we'll keep healing. Nope. All right, well, shit. Now I can't see anything though. That's what's kind of whack. Now I've gone and done it. I'm gonna check though. I'm gonna see if it at least updated or not. Probably not. I'm imagining. That's annoying. That's annoying me though. You know. Yeah, it didn't update. Fuck. That's annoying. That's annoying me. Oh man. Well, we're gonna YOLO, dude. Seemed like that worked. I could at least see what's going on now. Okay, well, fuck it. Check out the PvP zone? Get double loot or whatever? Yeah, right. There's always people in there. And then you get no loot because you're busy fighting the whole time. Sometimes we'll get people in here looking for the shimmering drops, the no drop jewels or whatever. All right, let's get healed up. Let's fizzle. Let's fizzle a few times. Man, there's this helmet that drops in VT that I don't know. This game's so weird. There's like focus effects on stuff that'll be like plus 5% whatever, hand to hand, plus 5% backstab mod. You know, something about fizzling or whatever. And then just the way the game works, there's like breakpoints, right? And if you don't get over or under a breakpoint, yeah. And if you don't get over the breakpoints, then the 5% or whatever doesn't do anything for you. So it has to push you over a breakpoint. Old games, am I right? So there's the helm, and it works for Beastlords at least. I think I'm hearing from my guild that it only works for Beastlords. Like everybody else, it like doesn't push them over a breakpoint, but for Beastlords it pushes you over a breakpoint. And I keep losing it to these other classes where they're in the guild, they're saying like this isn't gonna affect you unless you're a Beastlord, but then people buy it anyways. The detrimental one, which one's that? I'm thinking of the one that that stops you from fizzling. Is it detrimental only on the fizzling thing? It's like Brilliance a row maybe or something. I don't remember exactly. Oh, this one's a shaman. Probably rebuff my pet at this point. You know? The helm is crazy is a detrimental duration one. Detrimental duration one? I don't know, dude. Is that it? The one I'm thinking is like, it stops you from fizzling, so I don't think it has anything to do with duration. But if there's another one that I should be looking for, you're talking about the Crown of Energy, I think. Yeah, that one. Which one are you talking about? Yeah, the Crown of Energy is the one I've been trying to get, because I fuck fizzles, dude. That's why. And being a hybrid, you know, you're basically never going to get over it. I don't know. Because I've been casting the same spells to infinity. And, you know, nothing changes, so. Secrets changed Beastlord Fizzle recently, but I don't know if it's for better or worse. Something about using the hybrid fizzle adjustment. It says Drake and Gamer Guy. Oh, okay. I didn't hear anything about that. I haven't really felt anything. It feels the same. Alright, Craig's gonna look it up. You probably have to just say the name. You probably can't link it, because YouTube will just nuke your link. Block of living granite, dude, I swear. What a poor ass geo, dude. Look at that. 2 gold and then 1 plat, 2 gold. Get out of here with that. If this guy's not up, then those aren't going to be up. With my luck, dude, I'll fill up like multiple bags with those blocks of living granite. Oh, we'll end up just deleting these things. Or maybe not, because Sendrith is on his way over. So we'll be splitting loot, so we might not fill up the bag. Come on, dog. Which one we got here? It's pure caster only? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm eyeballing that, oh, right here, Melancholy Z added Beastlords to the hybrid fizzle adjustment logic, whatever that means, about a month ago. If that was a month ago, yeah, I don't know, I didn't feel anything about it. It's got a 15% spell duration, but it's not beneficial only, so it's debuffs, dots last longer, you want it on the shaman. Yeah, I had that on my necro, on, you know, my old Planes of Power necro. The duration is insane. Like, you combine everything, obviously, 20% damage, 15% duration, so on and so forth, like reduce the mana cost, and then suddenly you're just like, dude, I'm a machine. If that bar is still... Actually, you know what? Sendrith is on his way here. Maybe we'll just take this big-ass room. I don't know what character he's on. Necro? Yeah, I mean, if the fear lands. Yeah. Fatastic Pat, dude. What's up, man? What's going on, dude? Yeah, we're doing, oh, here he is. We're doing a, stream. One of the rare ones. We're trying to make them less rare. Do one every once in a while. Ooh, a diamond. I didn't get any blue diamonds last time. That's 200 plat. I'll get a blue diamond. So let's see. Let's make some plans. Okay, let's just go. I should, ooh, yes, let's buff the pet. And actually, let's buff him. Let's give him spiritual purity, because he can have that with his lich. Drake and Gamer Guy says he sees now the adjustment to counter the fact that hybrids can't get specialization, so they have lower default fizzle rate at higher levels. Beastlords didn't have this adjust. Oh, so it got worse? Does that mean it got worse? Checks out, dude. Hybrid life, true. I gotta get that helm, doggy. Then we'll be good, I think. Or a skeleton says I say. That'll be Gucci. I didn't realize I say that very much. Corporal empathy is my heal. Yes? if you're listening. Pretty beastly these days. Pretty beastly these days. So it's just chilling out Max and talking in chat. No, our fizzle rate went down. Okay, so it's still positive, but something, something. I'm gonna grab both of these. Yeah. Feel free to mez one if you want. I'm gonna get on the, well, I'm gonna get on the left one. It's light blue to me. If not, that's okay as well. It's not imminent danger. Dudes, oh my god. Let's talk a little bit about Eminem. Dude, Eminem was so rough the other day. A patch came out. Oh my god. There's like memory leaks or something supposedly, and then simultaneously, so the patch comes out, causes memory leaks or something, and then at the same time, there's like some internet issue at like where the servers are located. Their internet provider was having issues or something supposedly. Dude, and then at the same time, we're trying to play in a group. Oh, he's gonna get worked. Shit. Shit, don't get worked. I don't have taunt. And then at the same time, we like tried to get into a group. Well, we did get into a group. I dropped the video, which is terrible because it's just like a complaining fest because like you couldn't do anything. So I was playing the enchanter, and so as an enchanter, you want to have a pet. You want to mez things when they come in. You want people not to attack your mez stuff, and like none of that was happening. I couldn't hold a pet because there was like a 4-second delay. The MS was bouncing from like 400 to 800. It was insane. It was so insane. But it was cool and it was fun because, you know, it was a group of the boys. We did it for a few hours. And, you know, we made lemonade out of lemons or whatever. I don't know, just loot whatever, Sandra. Yeah, that middle one's tough, dude. I don't know. We can't take all that shit, so... Maybe if I pull the one on the right, it might pull just the one in the middle. Let's see. If it pulls everything, we got a book. Yeah, okay. So this guy's on steroids. He's a shaman. We'll take him down. That's what I should have done. I should have bought mage gear for the bear before I left. Craig says he's leveling a Beastlord now. He's dumped all his point in the spell skills. Constantly, they all suck. Yeah, dude. I spent a lot of time just sitting in the Nexus with the KEI, just spamming, watching TV or something. Craig also says healing 2k health with 33 HP heal. And my alteration still sucks. Even my meditation skill's like 80 points behind. Yeah, dude, it's wild. Is he gonna gate? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, fuck. Oh, we're cooked, dude. You might want to feign death or something. Shit. Where's my snare? Fuck. Oops. Yeah, we might have to. I don't know how strong he is. We got too many though, man. We have too many. Where's the one that's dying? I don't know. Let's bail, dude. Let's just bail. That was a disaster. Fucking gate. When the fucking shaman's gating here, dude? Come on, man. Let me get a so. Fucking dumb as fuck. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. I'll give him a so too. Let me train. So, I don't know. Get the fuck out of the way. Sorry, dude. Sucks. Where's Sendrith at? That sucks, dude. I don't want to fucking train people, man. It appears he has, so... What a disaster. Drake and Gamer Guy says, I have a big day today. Several packages being delivered, new expansion announcement, and for another MMO I play, and potentially getting a beta key for your EQL. True! Today's EQL beta key day. Yeah, we fucked that Druid, didn't we? That sucks. Where am I going? Wrong way. Just gonna run a Sky Shrine and zone it. Man. Oops. Druid says, no worries at all. I'm usually in ME getting trained by bards with no notice. So evac always up. Lol. So what other MMO do you play, Draken? I'm curious. Also, EQL, so the emails are supposed to go out at an undisclosed time or whatever. I have a raid. I raid. We do An Hara on Friday nights, so even if I got the email or something, you know. I would love if I could just check PvP right now and see who's in there, but the issue is if you go into PvP, you see there's like a few people in there, and then you decide, okay, let's just go back to the normal zone. It tosses you to the other side of the zone, which I guess isn't that big of a deal, but I don't know. Also sucks at the same time. Final Fantasy 14. They're still making expansions? I actually didn't know that. FanFest for 14? Was there a thing going on this year for that? Yes. Did they remove it? I don't remember that they removed it. Oh, maybe for that time. I think they re-implemented like all PvP zones, I think. But I did check it the other day, and for sure, it's here. Kirk, what's up, dude? Let's go Quarm Sesh. Gonna play more of that now that Eminem. That's funny. You're gonna play Quarm more that Eminem's delayed, and I'm playing Eminem a little more since Eminem's delayed. I gotta give this Druid a SP while we go in there. Draken says, yeah, it's so strong. Even the latest expansion wasn't as well received. Still going strong. Final Fantasy 14 still going strong. I know that the community was going strong. I just didn't realize that they were still doing expansions. I didn't know if it was private servers or what that people were playing. I don't follow that closely, but I know that is pretty... It's got its community still. Oh, Kirk, you're still not in the beta, dude? Shit. Yeah, that makes sense then. I guess there's still... today's Friday. Maybe more invites will go out today? I don't know. I don't know how that... I don't... Yeah, they're still doing it. It seems. It's laggy as all fuck, though, so... Let's give her SP. Let's fizzle real quick first. And then let's go ahead and give her SP. Let's see if we can sneak by this guy or if we're fighting. I guess we're fighting. Well, he's gonna aggro for sure, right? No? Okay. Well, I don't want to take her stuff, so I'd rather not fight that one. I don't know where my pet's at, so I'm just gonna send him in. Where's he at on the map? He's coming. Let's get our... I guess I should have slowed it first. It's 20-second cast time. What's up, Skeleton? Just lurking while working? Ruxar out here zerking? Dropping bars? Let's go. We got, yeah, we're chilling with, this is one of Sendrith's characters. So since I'm on early, he was actually on over there in China. Did I saw him? I think I just did, but my memory is shot. So let's do it again. Anyway, so we grouped again last night in Monsters and Memories, and definitely whatever was going on that one day was kind of fixed. There was all kinds of weird stuff with pets. Kazrax was telling me that when he summoned like his Beastlord pet, it just summoned a corpse, like the corpse of the Beastlord. It's a spider, so it was all on its back, curled up with its legs. And here, let's just go. And he was trying to heal it, and it says you can't heal a corpse. And then there was a day, that day, or on one of those days, when I was on my enchanter, I was charming things, and then usually the enchanter thing to do is to fight two mobs, your pet gets real low, you cast invis on yourself, it breaks your charm, and then you kill your own pet. But I was able to invis myself without breaking my charm. And so that was like really weird. So I'm sitting there invising myself, trying to break my charm, and I'm just running around invis with a charm pet, which, you know, could be cool or exploitive in certain ways, but it was kind of frustrating because I wanted to grind. So I was like, okay. And then in that group that we were doing in like the Phalandraw area, like I was the puller, so I was trying to like placate mobs and single pull. And I don't know, it was telling me in the chat, like, oh, this mob feels placated or whatever, and then I'm just pulling everything, like, I'll you know, just everything is coming. So it was really weird how, like, lag or memory leaks or whatever was going on was causing spells to not work properly. And then I'm trying to mez mobs, right? And then people are breaking my mez because everything's happening, like, 3 or 4 seconds ahead of time. So they might, like, attack the mob. They might attack the mob like 4 seconds ago, and then my mez goes off. And then you might just have to bust out FD to drop aggro. And then, I don't know. So, you know, it was hard, you couldn't really be reactionary because everything was delayed with so long, it was wild. Wild times, but it got better yesterday. Yesterday's group was great. And good times all around, so. Definitely good that they pushed the EA back, because there's a lot of weird stuff going on. And the other thing too was, pets were able to break mezzed mobs that night. The night that we were having those issues, people's pets were breaking mezzed mobs, and it's like, what? That's not, you know, they're not supposed to attack mezzed mobs. It was really weird. But seems pretty low low pop in this cave. Let's check it again. There's only 5 players here now, so there might have been some people like moving by. This is a zone with a port in, so people do port in and then run wherever to Kale, or who knows, through Sky Shrine maybe, or Sky Shrine. Yeah, well, yeah. Did that one just re-pop? Or was that corpse from somewhere else? I don't even know. Ooh, one behind us too. So what are y'all doing? Everybody at work? This is the best time. Like if I have a weekday off, just to stream in the morning. People are working. Pass the day. Pass. I still have haste on? I do. I'm too lazy to use my actual haste. I just use the mask. My haste lasts like whatever it is. 14 minutes or 12 minutes or something. It's just annoying. Pots and pans, what's up, dude? Working. Wish you were grinding AA. I feel like I should know the answer to this, but are you the pots and pans that's in my guild? Taking a chill, easy morning. All right, I assume so. I just never really confirmed it. Oh, yeah. Skeleton says he's hoping for the EQ beta key, but I know I won't be getting one out the gate. I never get lucky with early beta keys for anything. I mean, yeah, me either. Especially when it comes to Blizzard, dude. Dude, I've been playing Blizzard games since fucking the 3 Vikings and shit. And, bro, like, I've never gotten into a Blizzard beta anything. I've been signed up for everything since pre-puberty and shit, bro. I don't exist to them. Well, not at this point. At this point, I've said fuck it, obviously, for like the last, whatever, 6 years or something. But I had an active script. With Blizzard games for like fucking decades, dude, and they're just like, eh. It's like those colleges that are like, you're too qualified. We need to diversify more, so you're not getting into our college or whatever. The whole guild's here, man. Yeah, you and Skeleton kind of went on hiatus at the same time, so the fuck, bros. Just kidding. The raid life is hard. I don't know how the homies do it so easily. They just raid and raid and raid. 7 days a week and shit. Y'all are wildin'. Tinfoiled hat, what's up, dude? Yeah, we had a pact. Yeah. Skillifying these mofos. Pots and Pans says, I'm lucky to raid once a week. Yeah. I shoot for 3. I shoot for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I was doing really good for a while there. But lately I've kind of fallen off and only showing up to 2 raids. This week I'm doing it though. I'm showing up to, where am I? I'm showing up to 3 raids this week. So I already hit 2 and I'm going tonight for sure. It's on raw night, you gotta go. All right. So if we pull this dude, it'll also pull that dude. Dude, this guy is fast as fuck too. Oh shit. Oh, you're so low on life. You're scaring me. I should give him a regen. Let me bust out a regen. What am I doing? My bad. You're a necro. You don't have a, unless you have a staff on you. Do you have a staff on you or not? Dude, Eric, fuck yeah I did, boy. And I'll do you one better. Not only did I get the neck, my dog. Dude, I busted out the pants too, baby. Whoops. Hell yeah. So I'm looking for one more piece off on Hara, which is the mask, the face piece. That one has more classes on it. Like, obviously the legs are pretty easy. Only Monk and Beast. The neck is tough. That's all, but I had a mega roll, dude. So the guild thinks it's funny to do max rolls. So they're making everybody roll out of 32,000. And it's like, whew, you know, going back to the beta key luck. I don't have luck on rolls either, but there was 1 week, right? So we averaged like, I don't need regen, I can bond. Okay. I still feel like I should give it to you. I still feel like I should give it to you. So, what do you call it? We average like 25 people who max bid and then roll on the neck. But 1 week, only 15 people max bid and rolled on it. So that was crazy. And that was the week I won. We rolled out of 32,000. And I nailed like a 31.5. So pretty crazy. But I want that mask really bad. So I'm keeping 1,000 DKP in the holster. That's my new 0, is that 1,000. So I can always max, or I can always max out and then roll on that mask. But the mask is pretty high. It's got like 15 people maxing on it as well. But it's really good. So, but yeah, it's open to way more classes. It's open to like all the melee plus the hybrids. So it's pretty up there. Everybody wants, and it's only dropped. The worst part is it's only dropped 1 time, and that was 2 weeks ago. And whereas the legs, right? These legs have dropped. Well, the first 3 weeks they dropped 3 weeks in a row. The very first weeks, and then. You know, 1, 2, skip a few, but we've had probably like 6 pair of legs since raids came out. My stream keeps falling behind live for some reason. What's that internet you got over there? I'm behind too, to be, you know, chat at least. So now we're really behind, whether our powers combine. Skeleton says he'll rejoin raiding when everybody has their neck and he gets it for less than 500 DKP. Man, the issue is that's not going to happen, my guy. Right? Planes of Power is going to come out before people stop bidding on the neck. But you might be right, though. Maybe it drops in price. But with like an average of like 20 plus people rolling, that's 20 weeks. But maybe it drops because, you know, less people, less competition. So you're right. But everybody's going to want one for a while. All the way up until pop, which is unfortunate. Eric says he was going to say he doesn't remember it dropping the mask. Yeah. So I'm hoping for another one tonight, so I could at least, you know, shoot my shot. Tane says, yeah, I know my it's BIS for everyone. It'll never stop being rolled. Yeah. And then I guess the minimum is going to be 400, right? Because we got all these dudes with alts, and the alts can bid up to 400, so it's never, ever dropping below 400. Which is a fantastic price for that deck anyways. It's the best item in the game. Draken asks, you got a plan on how you're going to burn to 65 when pop drops? I have a ton of potions. Well, yeah, I have a ton of potions, so potion the whole way, I guess. I don't really have a plan. That would be cool, because, you know, you could probably bust it out in a day or two. I'll probably take... Well, oh, that's the issue. Here's the issue, man. Is that Monsters and Memories EA is coming out that day as well. It's like, bro, come on, dude. How did this happen? How did this happen? I probably need to... damn. I gotta use my cooldown reset. What are we killing? Dark blue first for some reason. Let's get on the light blue. Let's get the pet on the light blue. Oh, actually, let's get back on the dark blue. I think Sendrith was assisting. My bad. Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't have a plan because that threw everything out the window, dude. Because I had time off for Monsters and Memories out on 6/1, and now it comes out on 10/1, the same day pop comes out. I'm not even joking, you guys. I think I said this in the last stream. I'm gonna let some time go by, but I'm like seriously contemplating hitting up Secrets in like a DM and being like, what do you think about just changing the launch date of pop by just like 2 weeks or something? You know, I don't care if it's later or sooner, but just so they're not the exact same day. It's a loud ass airplane, Jesus. Yeah, can I just grab it by slowing it for a second time? Cool. Let's do that. Let me get back to it. Let me put a pin in that one. Just get caught up here. Odds get better each week. Yeah, true. On the neck. Absolutely. It'll be fun and easy when the whole guild needs XP for like 1 to 6 tunes. True. Big true, Craig, on that one. I have a suspicion Secrets might change the date or maybe make a pre-release thing. Yeah, Eric, right? Sorry, I was blabbing that whole time. Yeah, hopefully, you know. Yeah, pre-release thing, right? There's a pre-release thing for everything, so maybe for pop, it's just like you can get to 65 ahead of time. I mean, there's not much else it could be, that or AAs. The new AAs, I mean. Oh, that's a shimmering. Tinfold Hat says, my friend somehow... What the fuck? Is 2 shimmerings? My friend somehow lost his pots. And they told me in a Discord ticket that they can't restore. Any trick to get it back? No, probably not. I know with pots, like they're pretty strict about it. All right, we're not even gonna fuck with that room. Let's just go over here. Let's see if that bard's still in here. They're strict about pots because they don't have like a way of tracking it, supposedly. Like what happened with, like, there was this thing where pre-existing characters, they like retroed the pots, and then they're like, if you were a pre-existing character, you kind of got like gypped out of like 8 or 10 pots or something. And then they were like, they said they lost like the data, and there's no way we can prove if you had them or not, so we're just saying oh well to people. So a couple of my characters got gypped out of some pots, which, you know, whatever, not a big deal. But I say that to say this, I don't think so. I don't think there's gonna be a way to get them back if you like deleted them by accident or something. I also lost an item once too. Like I DC'd while the item was in the trade screen, and I hadn't clicked trade yet. And as far as I remember, the other guy hadn't clicked trade yet either. I DC'd, I came back, and the item was just gone forever. I also, this is early on, this is like in Classic, I think. And I hit him up, and they're like, yeah, that's kind of a known thing. If you DC while in a trade screen, the shit just poofs, but we don't have any data to really get you your item back. And luckily it wasn't worth like a ton. You're in the wrong zone, bro. PvP zone. Just kidding. He's probably going there though. I thought it was September 1st, but I'm really out of the loop. It is September 1st. Maybe the out of the loop part is that Monsters and Memories got... Oh, September 1st. I'm sorry. It's October 1st. Yeah. Monsters and Memories was greedy with that date. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, people are begging for them just to release. They're like, oh, I don't care, dude. I don't care if it's not finished, just release. People are begging so hard, trying to throw money at them so hard. That's why it's crazy to me when people talk shit on like the devs. It's like, you gotta show up to some of these streams that they have. People are like begging them to give them money. I'll just give you, just take my money. And they're just like, no. And you know, and then people will come by and like talk shit on the devs. And it's like, dude, they're doing everything in their power to do this shit right. And they're not taking anybody's money. I saw a comment in a YouTube video once. Noper. Friday Geos, let's go. Hell yeah, doggy. Recently I saw, it was a video about them pushing the date back. And then somebody in the comments was like, yeah, good thing I didn't give him my money yet. Or something like that. Is this 3? Oh shit, we got 3. Let's bust a Paragon. And some Frenzy. And I don't know, it was just like a real snarky comment, like, good thing I didn't give him my money yet. And shit like that. And it's like, so I couldn't help myself. I was like, bro, they want to take your money if you wanted to give it to him. Like, what kind of comment is that, dude? Good thing I didn't give him my money yet. And there was other parts to the comment too, it wasn't just that. I just was like, dude, people are so dumb. Like, you can't give them your money if you beg them. They still won't take your money. So why would you make that comment? I don't know. I get caught up on like little stupid things. Alright, these are... Alright, yeah, we'll go with that one. Dude, my pet just knows what to do. Here, sorry, bro. Let me get him off you. Let me also slow this one. Preemptive, because I wasn't able to do that with a billion things on me. Okay. Need to hotkey my BL discs so they're hard to remember. Or they're so hard to remember. I remember mine because, like, I don't know, rating, I guess, or whatever, but I don't really have them hotkeyed. I just click them so that I don't accidentally blow them, like Paragon and stuff. I don't want to accidentally blow those. If I accidentally blow MGB or something, you know, I'd completely fuck my raid over in certain aspects. I don't think this is gonna hit, but... Oh, it did? Maybe it did. I don't know if I landed it. Yeah, maybe. We don't really use Paragon in most raids, but if we're fighting Emperor, we like to use it. And that's really it. Beastlords, I don't know. Once we got through like the progression part, you know, Beastlords just became the unwanted. Aww. Not AAs, discs. Yeah, I got discs as well. They're right here. Like, I use Bestial whatever. That's really the only one that I use. Yeah, it's right here. I got it right there. It's next to my AAs. But the AA is basically like a disc, you know? But I guess you don't have to make a macro for it or a hot. You don't have to like make the hotkey for the AAs. You can just, well, I mean it's built in is what I'm trying to get to. You just click the button. All right, let's pop on a chloro for the old necro here. Heal up a little bit. Bestial's pretty good though. Pretty good. So is the Spirit Frenzy. It's really good. Let's loot this guy. Block of living granite. Love it. No drop. Love it even more. Okay, what do we got in here? Some more 2 pulls. It's fine. That's my pet. He needs haste. I got a pretty big turnout for the stream here. Everybody's at work, passing their days by. Hell yeah, dudes. It's Friday. Y'all got the weekend off? Oh, fuck. Another 3 pull? That's my bad. Fuck. It's gonna be another wild time. Putting Syndra to work, dude. I should have only been 2, so I pulled the wrong one. The no-drop ones are for like the Shawl quest or different huge quests or whatever. I don't want them. Sometimes people come in here looking for them. I think you can use them in like jewel crafting too or something maybe. I don't really know. What's our AA per hour? 54%? I'd say that's pretty on par with soloing, so we're doing it right. As a duo, we're still getting the same as I would as a solo. As long as it doesn't go down, right? I guess we'll kill the light blue next. I don't know. Everything is slowed. Oh yeah, and on that mask, the mask we were talking about for the Aten Hara, dude, that mask dropped the week after I won the neck, and 15 people rolled on it, and I was 2nd place. I rolled again, a huge roll, and somebody just edged me out, so I was like the 2nd highest. I thought I was gonna go back to back, get the neck and then the mask. That would have been wild. Such bad XP. Yeah, but we got all the monies. We got, you know, the 200 plat, 175 plat, 50 plat, item drops. Just chilling. The Geos are never that great of XP. Let me see if I could build up a little extra aggro here. Nope. I can't dot these guys, they just resist it every time, which I guess could grab aggro. Yeah, Geos are not the greatest XP though, for sure. Such monies, yeah. Dude, is my stream still the wrong thumb? That's bothering me, dude. I went out of my way to make a fucking thumbnail, and then YouTube's not using the right one. And I feel like there's nothing I can do about it. Even the stream title's wrong. There's nothing I can do about it because I've already updated it twice, and it's just not triggering. I'd probably have to end the stream and then do it, which obviously I'm not going to do. But it's still, like, looming over me. Geos are the hardest on a shaman. Yeah, they resist fucking everything. If you have your epic, I guess it helps. Your epic and then... and your pet, and you just kind of, you know... face tank it. Alright, there's a single. We're getting a little break here. Life is a lesson. Senator said life is a lesson. You learn it when you're through. Yeah. You learn it when it's too late. Man, there's a lot of lessons like that. It's called wisdom, right? That's the difference between wisdom and intelligence. Did it for the Shawl quest. I had like 1k PRDR. Yeah, man. You see those shamans come in here, they're grinding away and just like asking for people if the thing drops. My buddy shaman, Alex Jones or Alexander James or whatever, he was making it work. He was holding this whole room down. It's a big room, it's like 7 spawns, and he was able to hold it down when he got his epic and stuff. Alright, this is probably a twofer. Oh, the LOS actually worked. Fantastic. I figure we'll just hang out in here, kill shit as it spawns, and then I'll go out and grab some stuff and pull it in if we have extra. Oh, it's a Linkin Park lyric. Life is a lesson. Ain't nothing I can do. Life is a lesson. Ooh. It's time to crack another one here. Let's try to... I like these chill sessions though, you know? For like the streaming thing, not pushing anything. Just cruising. So you can focus on chat. Mission Impossible 2 theme song. Dude, Linkin Park was the Mission Impossible 2 theme song? Crazy. It's crazy to me that those line up. Makes me feel old. Like, I remember Linkin Park in high school and stuff, but I feel like Mission Impossible is, like, older than that. Obviously, the first one is probably older than that. Dude, I don't even know. When did that come out? Let's find out. 1996 was the first movie. Yeah. So they gave a pretty good gap between the second one, huh? The second one was in 2000. See, it was planned to release in 99. See, like, that had to be pretty early Linkin Park, right? Pretty decently early Linkin Park, like right around then. They were just becoming like huge right around then. Crazy. Intelligence is learning from your own mistakes. Wisdom is learning from the mistakes of others. True. True, true, true. It's a very wise statement. Okay. Alright, so I figured we could just hang out in here. This shit will respawn. There's like 7 of them in here. And then I'll just go out and pull stuff. I can never find fungal regrowth, so I'll just park my pet in here. Oh, we need SP. Sorry, so I watch EQ streamers, wisdom. 26 years of wisdom. And we still do stupid shit all the time. There's one right here. No. All right, I'm gonna grab this guy. We'll pull these two back. Take your sweet ass time, gosh. But yeah, these light blues is what kills the XP rate, huh? Because if they were all dark blue, it'd probably boost it a little bit. When I solo, what we do in the other stream, we did the scowns and the archers and stuff, and I think we pull about 80+% doing those. And this one here, I usually pull around like 55, so you lose a good chunk. So yeah, this like sciatica, I don't know, that I've had since yesterday. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So when I got up, I wanted to start streaming like an hour earlier, but I didn't even want to get out of bed. That shit hurt. I was like, what the fuck? So then I looked up some exercises to do, and I did some exercises for a while this morning. Oh, man. I'm slow. I just gotta stop wearing fungal regrowth so I can chase shit down. But the exercises seem to have helped. But I hope this shit don't last very long. Dude, LeBron James missed a bunch of the season due to sciatica. That's when you know you're old, right? When you're an athlete and you're like, I'm gonna miss like the first 3 months of the season. I got sciatica. He's balling out now though, ain't he? Shit. Oh. Gotta get my fire elemental thing going again. Dude, sometimes when you kill them like this, they go into the wall. It's fucked. You can still like loot it as long as you know where it is. The longest cast of all time. Dude, where did my pet go? Where's he going? Get back here, homie. Oh shit, bro. Why can't I loot it? Oh, there we go. Alright, what did we get? Fire emerald, dog. It's a big one. What are you doing, bear? Maybe this isn't the best thing to pull back to here, but I was figuring if I could pull a couple. We'll see how long these take to respawn, and then I could recalibrate. It just doesn't seem like there's too many people here, so it's probably not as important. Where the fuck is my bear? What are you doing? Fuck. Eric says he's been debating logging in just to do geos these last few weeks. This is not helping. I mean, shoot, man. Why not? You just too busy? You shouldn't be doing it, or you're not giving in to the The guilty pleasures or what? See, all right, we do have a dude over here. So we got to keep this room on lock, I feel like. We don't have to. There's so many geos, but I don't know. I like camps, man. Sue me. I do like camps. More than just running around looking for shit. Especially when it starts to get, crazy. Like, remember Hill Giants? Hill Giants, fuck, dude. Like, I just can't bother, dude. Like, yeah, they drop a shitload of Plat, but it's like you're just fighting with other people constantly, looking for spawns, and you gotta, like, kill placeholders, but nobody's killing placeholders. They're just killing the Giants. And you see one, so you start running for it, and then somebody tags it, and you're just like, fuck. I don't know. I just can't deal with that. Like, that's so boring and lame to me. I don't like it, personally. Not saying don't do it. It's a lot of money. That's just not my style. Wait, what happened? I think Splurt is worth it in here. Yeah, maybe. I can't type. Dude, the fucking respawns, though, kind of insane. Kind of a long time. Makes sense. It's a lot of money that's dropping in here. Eric's is just trying to focus on some other tasks, and I get sucked into Norath. Yeah, I feel that. Maybe this is the wrong play, because our XP is going down. So maybe Poland here is not the play, but I figure the later the day goes, more and more people are gonna start showing up. It's still really early. We're up to 8 people. Doesn't mean they're all here. Especially something like a 54 wizard, you know. Nesmeralda? It's a pretty good name for an enchanter. I like it. But we got this dude, this homie, like, lurking, like, right outside the room. So I do have it on. Let's grab this guy. So this room's going to be respawning pretty soon because this one finally respawned. I think that's what it means. So these are going to respawn right now, I think. Greldak, what's up, dude? Said you watched a documentary on Gonzaga's basketball program. Gonzaga, as everybody likes to say. They've been in the NCAA tournament for something like 24 years straight and went from a small school nobody heard of to a legit program. When was that? Was that like in the 90s? Well, 24 years straight. But I mean, colleges have been around forever. But yeah, I think in like the late 90s / early 2000s, a ton of people coming out of Gonzaga. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I live in Southern California, so I always follow like the Spanish rules to everything. Yeah, late 90s when it started. Also didn't know John Stockton went to Gonzaga. Oh, I didn't know that either. I love John Stockton too. Should have known that. That was my favorite away team in the 90s. In NBA Jam, I always picked Stockton and Malone. Even over the Lakers. I've always had like a favorite away team to root for, you know? For when your team like doesn't make it. I used to have a Stockton jersey when I was like 10. That was a long time ago. Gorlick says he lives in Montana, not far from Spokane, Washington. We used to day trip there when he was a kid. To go to the big city. Watch the Supersonics, my dude? I guess not in Spokane, but in Washington. Spokane being the big city. I'm not sure what even the population of Spokane is. I've heard of it, so it's big enough to hear about it. They're bringing the Supersonics back. I'm just gonna loot this. Alright, dude. We're going back all the way over here. I just don't want to leave a corpse. Aren't they both like really bad people? Stockton and Malone. Apparently Carl Malone had like a bunch of like illegitimate children or something. Obviously, all this shit came out like way later. You know, I was like 10 years old, loving these guys, so I didn't know anything about any of that. But I haven't heard anything about John Stockton. What did he do? But yeah, I don't know. Carl Malone. You know, the mailman lives, name checks out or whatever. Greldeck says, so funny to call a city back then of like 250K a big city, but that's the Montana life for you. Yeah. I mean, still to this day, right? Still to this day, Montana is quite small or unpopulated. Definitely sitting. I might be cooked. This whole sciatic situation, because I sit all day at work, and then I like to play EQ and stuff. And a lot of that is, well, all of that is sitting, but a lot of the sciatic bullshit is caused from sitting, apparently. Or at least in my case. And so I'm gonna have to start stretching all the time. Start a regimen. So like I stretched before starting the stream, and now like I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel the symptoms. It's funny how Seattle became home to all the passionate fans after the Sonics left. We talking about Gary Payton, man? Kevin Durant was technically a Supersonic when he drafted for like however that was long, less than a season. Yeah, the whole state is over 1 million people. Yeah, it's quite small. Then in the Russell Wilson era, it's a big deal. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I slowed this one. I think I need to buff my pet. Let's do that. Oh, nope, let's not do that. Alright, let's do that. Well, they're getting, I think I might have just said this. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. They're getting the team back, apparently. Like, in maybe, like, 2028 or something. They're expanding the NBA, because the NBA only has 30 teams instead of 32, like every other league. But, so it's supposed to be like Vegas and Seattle. Now, I really like the Seattle, I like their logo, and I like their colors, like the greens. I really like the Seattle Supersonics, like, colors and logos. They had, like, a good vibe. I almost bought, like, a retro, this is like a decade ago now, but I almost bought, like, a retro Supersonics hat, but I struggle with that because, like, I don't know. You know, how are you the fan of like the Lakers, but then you're walking around wearing like I mean, the Supersonics aren't a team anymore, so maybe you can get away with that. Oh shit. I'm not making another attempt at the dude, bros. Like, this thumbnail situation is fucking killing me. I'm gonna try to see what happens if I go into the YouTube studio again. What happens if I go in here and look around? Okay. So I'm in a separate window. Let's try it. Okay. Let's try to change this. I don't know if it'll work. Doing it a different way. Oh yeah, I didn't save my playlist either. Oops. Okay. And then let's change it to Wakening lands. Alright. Hopefully that works. Dude, some of these geos are quite rich. Yeah, I don't know why. So whenever I try to change something and save it, it just freezes, and then you have to exit out of the window. Oh, it just went through. Fuck yeah, it might have worked. You guys are like, who fucking cares? Groldex says, when I was a huge Hornets fan, kids growing up, LJ, Alonzo, Muggsy, Gil, etc. Was happy when the Hornets came back eventually, and glad to hear the Sonics will be too. Yeah. The weird thing about that is, like, I think the Pelicans... Is it the Pelicans that hold, like, the original like statistics and awards and stuff for the Hornets? Because the Pelicans turned into the No, the Pelicans turned into the Hornets moved and then turned into the Pelicans, is that right? And then they had the Bobcats, and then the Bobcats changed their name to the Hornets because they had the Charlotte Bobcats. So the Charlotte Bobcats, Jordan changed their name back to the Hornets because he's from North Carolina. But the actual old Hornets team is actually the Pelicans. So they hold all the past records and stuff, I believe is how it works. It's kind of like that. They have that in football too. What is it, the Oilers? Yeah, the Hornets moved and changed their name to the Pels, yeah. And then the new Pels are the old Bobcats. It's really weird. It's updated on YouTube now, rest easy. Yeah! What's up, Razor Mac Ham? What's up, dude? Thanks for letting me know. Crap just debuffed me. I can't walk. Oh, that's funny. Strength buff incoming, right? You're all right. Here, let's get him a chloroplast, though. Should I loot these no drops, or you're being sarcastic? Yeah, there's not really a reason to loot them. Unless you're gonna be raiding and stuff. Velius content, you know? It's actually older content, but I mean, the shawl is still good because of the focus effect. And whatever else, I'm sure, but... Nah, you just leave them there. And plus, they're a dime a dozen. If one day you decided you needed it, you just come grind these out a little bit. Go Titans, the Tennessee Titans. Yeah. Now we have the Texans. That's one thing I remember. I mean, I remember a lot of stuff, but for some reason that sticks out to me. That's the same era or time that Castaway, the movie with Tom Hanks, Castaway, where he gets stuck on the island. Wilson! That all happened at like the same, that was like released like right after the NFL got made their adjustments and the Titans came in and stuff. Because I remember that quote in that movie when he gets back. So when he gets lost on the island, during that time he comes back and suddenly Tennessee has a football team or whatever. He mentions that. He's like, what is going on? Ooh, so I was thinking about it last night, but then I forgot about it. But then it was brought up in the chat about EQL. Yeah, today's the day. I think PD2, Project Diablo 2. Why does everything always like release on the same day, man? But Project Diablo 2 is also the new season. I think is today. So it's like, fuck, dude. It's hard to be a gamer nowadays. It's first world problems. We got too much cool stuff to do. Or potential cool stuff. But Thomas Van has a really good video on, he has a lot of really good videos, but one of his recent really good videos about EQL, about how he's, I mean, it's assuming, because we don't really know, but he's assuming that, that for the 8-man raid content on EQL, 8-man raid content, and then you have the different difficulties levels, right? You can bump it up to like level 4 or level 5 or something. And ooh, a blue diamond, dude. Hell yeah, doggy. That's like the best. 250 plat. How you might need like a super tank. You might actually need somebody who's just like like a triple tank, like a warrior, paladin, ranger, or something like that. He's gonna take a quick AFK, and then you might need like a really legit healer, because there's no cleric rotations. You're not having like multiple clerics doing like a complete heal rotation and stuff like that. So it was really interesting seeing his perspective, and he's like, he's a known like boxer and a THJ player and stuff, and I think a lot of people now are thinking it's not really going to be like just like THJ. Obviously it's taking things from THJ, like the item leveling, and obviously it's a 3-class thing just like THJ, so on and so forth. Craig says our Super Bowl loss gets a twist of the knife every time with every watch. Man, you keep watching the loss? Masochist. All right, let's go find some stuff. Sandra said instead of proc healing, you can cast while in combat. Way better. I think it'll be a little less like mass aggro AoE Diablo style, and I think it'll be a little slower, a little more methodical. But it's just a guess. We don't know shit. But I guess we'll start finding out here pretty soon. Now, in order to get into the beta, you got to sign an NDA, so people aren't supposed to talk about it. So, you know, like, not just you can't make videos, like, you're not supposed to, like, talk about it. So, I guess you won't hear a ton, maybe in private. I don't know. Grilldick says, having no pro teams in the state, anytime Montana, anytime the Montana Grizzly, I'm from Missoula, I probably said that wrong, there's probably some fancy way to say it, gets on a pro team, oh yeah, sorry. Anytime a Montana Grizzly gets on a pro team, I root for that team. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, you're rooting for the players and where they go. It's like a college thing to do. But with the kids moving around to bigger teams all the time, that's going to be difficult to do. Craig says, old moonshine. Beloved player. What about Joe Montana? Joe Montana fan just for the name? The policy on Discord is you won't get in trouble for saying you are in beta, but it is discouraged. Official moderation. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's get it. Let me slow some of these motherfuckers. Oh, is that one mezzed? Okay, we'll get on the shimmering. Yeah, but, I mean, I guess what good is it to let people know, hey guys, I'm in the beta. Tell you guys all about it in 2 months. It's kind of weird, you know. Joe Montana's son actually played for the Grizz. Oh, really? And he came for a few games. I always hope to bump into him, getting a hot dog or something. I'm sure he was in a box, yeah, for sure. Did you dot that one, or are you just trying to remez it? Remez it, okay. Praying for an M&M key today. Yeah, good luck, dude. Paying might be more effective. Yeah, meant praying. True. Let's just bust a Paragon. They're just rotting. Did Secrets promise you a key? Or didn't Secrets promise you a key? Yeah, I think so. Made mention of it in, like, I was in a Slayheim stream, and it was kind of like, you know, oh, you're a friend or whatever of the fucking, what, I don't forget what the exact wording was, but you're a friend of the channel or whatever of the game. We'll hook you up with a thing. But then it was also like, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if you get an email or whatever. So basically, I gotta go ask for it, but I don't know. I'm not the type. I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to ask for stuff like that. Also, I'm not like super positive about it, you know? In like the videos I've made, I haven't been like overwhelmingly positive. I've like continually said, you know, I'm not into like microtransactions. I'm not into like solo EverQuest. Or like, I do solo a lot on EverQuest, but I'm not into like EverQuest made for soloing, kind of like Diablo style. THJ, I'm not into that. Again, this might not be exactly like THJ. We gotta like, you know, find out and all that, but I've been critical while also praised it. I'm trying to be neutral, and regardless of what the comments may or may not say, I like to bring this up, but I got called like a shill and also got told to stop talking about it because all I have is negative stuff to say in the same video. So I think that's hilarious because those are both, you know, both sides of the spectrum, and I got the comment in the same video. So it was just funny to me. I can care less, but so I've tried to be neutral and true to my word, like, you know, just speak my opinions and my thoughts. And if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. But with that being said, yeah, I don't know. You know? Didn't Jeff Fisher's kid play there as well? Drake and Gamer Guy says, you can be positive about a game and still maintain it's not your jam. Yeah, I'm positive about the devs. You know? I like P99, and I like Quarm, and those are the devs making this game. So I do want to support them, because I've never supported them before. I haven't paid a penny for P99, I haven't paid a penny for Quarm. But I've played the fuck out of both of them. Like, absolute endless hours of both of them. Wild. So, you know, if I have to buy a box price and pay for a couple of months subscription or whatever, and even if I don't turn out to not like it that much, or it's not my jam, it's not my game, John, so be it, you know? I'm not gonna be mad about it. But I would like to give it a shot and, you know, give back in any way I can, because, like I said, I got crazy amounts of hours played on these servers, on both of these servers. Craig says, hard to say much when we haven't seen anything. Yeah, big true, dude. So we'll just have to see, you know? I think you've been pretty neutral. Thank you. I think so. Draken says, I have watched some of your early Quarm videos, and you consistently say, don't know if I'm going to like this, and I'm definitely not giving up on P99. Yeah, look how that turned out. You know what I mean? And so I do say that same thing about EQL. I leave it out there. I say they're getting the chance to convince me that maybe I'll like it. I don't think that it's my jam. I don't think that I'm necessarily going to like it enough to like play the shit out of it, but I'm going to play it and I'm going to give it a shot to convince me. You know what I mean? And who knows? Maybe it will. I don't know though. I thought I was pretty hardcore into Quarm, man. But that does sound like me. And I definitely did say I'm not giving up on P99 and then gave up on P99. It's so hard though. It's hard to go back, dude. It really is. Not your John, lol. What's up, Camp Lord? Minesweep says, hey, I'm back. Yeah, I agree with that. Figure out the amount you pay per hour of entertainment. Yeah, dude, it's pennies. Pennies. You know? I can give him $100 and it's probably still pennies. Dude Emmett, 7146 says, I hope it's grouping. I like to do both and solo at times. Yeah, hopefully it's like a lot of soloing, I guess, but then, you know, you gotta group up with the boys to get some challenging stuff done. But I have this feeling like the level 1 rating stuff is going to be soloable if you figure it out, if you level up your gear, if you have a good like meta composition, maybe you'll be able to solo it on level 1. But in order to solo the best stuff on like level 4 or 5 or whatever's the top, maybe you'll have to, you know, get into a group. But that's just an assumption that could be completely wrong. There's a bunch of corpses back there. I don't know if you already looted them and it's just junk on them, Sundrith, but if you haven't looted them, I guess we'll loot them. I don't know. If they add solo self-found hardcore mode, maybe. That'll be interesting. Skeleton says, I love M&M, but it will be my side chick when AoA goes into EA. AoA will be my main jam, 100%, and M&M every now and then. I don't know how I feel about EQL until I can play it. Yeah, I agree with all of that, but I'm kind of flip-flopped on the AoA and the M&M. At the same time, M&M's been a little rough lately. I'll just say it how it is. The last couple of play sessions have been pretty rough. But they have time to get their shit together, you know? And I have faith that they will. But my last AoA play session was the most fun I've had on AoA yet. Now again, I was playing an overpowered class that has since been nerfed, so we'll see if I keep that energy. Greldex says, in my experience, with THJ, and I think they'll be somewhat similar. These are played more like Diablo, in short, intense bursts with your main game filling gaps. Yeah, that's the gist that I got as well. Planning to play EQL and EQ Live, says Greldeck. One of our EQ Live viewers of the channel. Pretty cool. because I never play EQ Live. I haven't played EQ Live since 2004. Maybe like early 2005. That was the last time I played EQ Live, but I've obviously played some TLPs, which isn't live, but it has a lot of live in it, I guess, like revamped stuff. Cedra says Thomas Van was implying there would be different instances or difficulties for solo or group or raid. Yeah, that's been confirmed. You can basically scale the difficulty. But it's not like this is the group difficulty, this is the raid difficulty. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he said 5. I thought there was only 4, but I think he said 5. So I don't know if I'm wrong or he's wrong. Doesn't matter. There's like 4 or 5 difficulties, and you just scale it. You can, if you can solo it, you can solo it. If you need to group it, then group it or whatever. But it's pretty cool. And then more loot drops, more loot and more XP, based on the difficulty level. Shit, we got 2. Just slow this shaman. Where was I? Sorry. I hope all these, Craig says, I hope all these new games do well, but I'm having a blast on Quarm. Yeah, same. It's tough, and that's why I'm like so like torn by the Eminem's release date being the same day as Pop. It's like, it's killing me. But yeah, hopefully something happens with that. Craig also says, maybe when I've got 5 Beast tunes with all AAs I want, I need at least 1, dude. Like this Beastlord, if I stick on the Beastlord throughout Pop, which is more than likely, yeah, I'm gonna need Beast gear, and I'm gonna need all my AAs. And I wanted to get every class to max level, but, you know, that's like, if I run into better shit to do, I'll do it. But, you know, that's kind of like the baseline. At least, like, level all the classes up. I don't got to get AAs and all that shit on them. Drayton says, it's intentionally soloable, but you can crank up the difficulty to hang out with the homies. Yeah. For better loot. Yeah. More XP, I think, and better loot. It's pretty good idea, I guess. I think it's going to be huge. I think EQL is going to be massive. Like, and I'll reiterate, it's not like 100% like my jam. I'm not going to be over the moon about it. It's hard to say until we see. But my initial thoughts is I'm not going to be over the moon about it, but I think the general public and general populace are going to eat it up, I think. Groldick says, I love classic EQ, I just don't have the patience for it anymore. That's fair. It's not for everybody. And in fact, like, you know, I have plenty of friends who like play World of Warcraft and stuff. They never did play EverQuest back in the day. And you know, so I get it from them too. Like, I understand not having the time or energy for it anymore. And then he says, or time, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I want like big progress when I dedicate a few hours to gaming. Yeah, so see, this EQL is probably right up your alley. Draken says there are tiers, solo, group, raid. Oh, okay. And each one has 5 difficulties, 0 to 4. Okay. All right. So Sendrith is right about that, and Thomas Van as well. And okay, so there's like 12 total scenarios. So that's news to me. That's cool. I like it. Oh shit! Oh, I'm so sorry. I broke the mez. I had auto attack on by accident. I was trying to pre-slow him, and I forgot to turn off auto attack. My bad. So your guild might schedule 8-man difficulty, 3 and 4 raids, each lockout, etc. Okay. That's even cooler. That's actually cooler. That's definitely a plus. Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually interesting. I know also Thomas Van made that. I linked it in a couple of smaller Discords. I'm sure it's been linked in the big Discords already, and whoever watches his videos got links to it. But there's like kind of like the class builder, and it's heavily based off of THJ with some THJ assumptions. But like, like, we're all assuming... Oh, fuck. Let's get on this one. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm just gonna slow it. You can mez it. We're assuming you could front stab on a rogue. Like, how can you get out of front stabbing on a rogue? Because then rogues will be useless. Maybe not if you're actually intended to group. But you know what I mean. And we're assuming that rangers can point blank shoot arrows, stuff like that. Because that's what they did in THJ, so we're assuming they can do that here. Because what other explanation could there be? But I don't think some of this stuff's been confirmed. Draken said, oh yeah. Eric says, how many AAs are you at now anyways? I think I've got to like 54 or 56. Yeah, my AAs are like spread around multiple characters, but I'm at 67. I took a massive hiatus from getting AAs when I played the SK, the Soul Self-Found SK. This guy was just on raid log. And I took like 3 months to level him to 60, so that was a 3-month window. I just didn't grind any AAs at all. Damn, Splurt ain't cheap. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of damage. It's good, like, damage per mana, but yeah, it's not cheap. Lasts a long time. There's one right behind you. Don't look behind you. Eric says, how many AA? Oh yeah, I already read that. It says, yeah, EQL is probably going to have a really big first month. Not sure after that. Yeah, I do agree with that, though. Oh, shit. I do agree with that. Yeah, the first month, because, yeah, I mean, right. Because you got to imagine people are going to be max level really fast. Really, really fast. And, yeah, you're gonna want to play other classes, right? Because you can level all classes to max level. There's another plane, my bad. So, you know, you're leveling 3 classes at once, but you're gonna have to like switch those to some alts and then level those classes too. You don't really need to reroll characters because you can just respec to different classes. All right, we're getting into a pickle here. Oh, we don't have Paragon. Alright, well, whatever. I can just probably heal through it a little bit. So you're gonna have to like go back and level some other classes, or you're gonna be leveling a bunch of classes at the same time or whatever. So it'll have a little bit of replayability there. But yeah, I think it's gonna be quite quick. So I think after 1 month, people might take a break and wait for an expansion, or I don't really know. It's all just assumption on my part, and apparently yours. Craig says, I mean, isn't botting and chronos the reason people hate live? I think so. That, yeah, well, for me personally, and no offense, Growldeck or whatever, but I feel like the content's kind of, yeah, no. It's a new expansion every year. It's kind of lifeless a little bit, it seems. And that's coming from an outside in. I don't experience it. I'm going to, put my pet on that one. Oh fuck, I almost broke that. And then I'm gonna hit us with the Paragon real quick. Okay, we can kill this one. My neighbor or somebody's blasting music. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up. And YouTube kicks me off YouTube. Eric says, thanks for not getting too far ahead of me in AAs. Yeah, true. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to do these little... That's why I'm trying to do these little streams. Is because I need to get AAs done, man. I need to get in here and grind some AAs, but... You know, that doesn't make for a good video. Like, hey dudes, I'm grinding this for the 18th fucking time. At least this way we can, like, chat and stuff, you know? Back and forth, so that's pretty cool. Hey Vic, what's up, dude? Victor Soto, what's going on, man? How's it going? How's the Path of Exile going, dude? I forget. Do you mess with Project Diablo 2 at all? I know you do like D2R and PoE, but do you do PD2 at all? I forget. Because my second question, my follow-up question to that is PD2 season, the new season comes out today, right? And are you playing? Draken says, as much as you worry about extra noise like planes and lawnmower and corn guy, etc., I've never heard any of it. Your filters work fine. I've heard some of it though. Like in post editing or whatever, I can hear like the ice cream man, I think, is like the loudest one. The corn guy is funny. I try to I turn up the volume on the mic so you guys can hear corn guy because it's just a horn, you know, as they're like pushing a cart down the street or whatever. But sometimes I do. Like this one, I doubt it. I can hear the neighbor, but yeah, I doubt it. Thanks for the feedback. It's good. The planes are crazy loud sometimes. They make a U-turn like over my house. There's an airport in my city, but it's like not near me. Like I don't live near the airport, but it's in my city. And so the planes that are going east, I think they come out going west and then they make a big U-turn and then they go east. And you know, you got to imagine the U-turns, it's a massive U-turn, right? And it just happens to go like over my neighborhood. It's fucking loud for me. All right. Let me heal up a little bit here. Victor says, I've messed with it a bit. I was doing last epoch for a bit. Now back to PoE till the D4 expansion. You jumping on that? Some of my friends in my group chat were asking if some of my real life friends are gonna jump on that. I don't know, man. I haven't played D4. I played the beta like as much as possible. I no life the D4 beta, and then when Diablo 4 came out, I played season 0. So like when there was no season, I maxed out a character back then when it took a long time back then. And then I don't know, it took too long to get its shit together, and I never gave it a second chance. But I know it's better now. I've heard. But I just never have given it a second chance. Vic says, oh damn, forgot about PD2 season. I'll jump on it probably. But yeah, PoE League is still going strong. Last epoch was alright for a week. Yeah, that's how those games do. That's how they do. And that's why I kind of wonder if like EQL will turn into like something like that, like something seasonal. Where they do, imagine they do like an EQL type seasonal thing, where they reset like every 3 months or so. Like who knows how many expansions they'll come out with, and say they do like these little mini TLPs, and then they do like these wild and wacky like rule sets, or like, you know, like league rule sets, and then they can reset it every 3 months or something, like Diablo, like PoE, Path of Exile, like these other ARPGs. Really, I don't know, I just kind of wonder. I'm not saying they should, I'm just wondering if they'll ever do something like that. Hey Tubby, needs some purity and regen. All right, my bad, dude. These purities are going by. We're killing it. We're flying through time. Time is flying through time. We're time traveling. All right. I think we're good to go. So, let's buff the pet again. So bad at all the little things. I get distracted talking. Life successfully wasted, baby. I don't know. That was Sendra's comment. Razman, what's going on, dude? Good morning. Seeing you, AA, reminds me of how much I need to get a few more on the Ranger. Yeah. Did you finish all the important ones on the Ranger? I don't remember. What's up, dude? Skeleton. I'd like to dual stream, hang out sometime, just grind AAs, and have both of us heard on stream. Would also like to stream on my side. I think it would be less exhausting to yap with 2 people. Yeah, that's true. That is true. The only thing I wonder... Oh, we're converging here. Let's get on this one. The only thing I wonder is, like, I don't know. Sometimes I get lost on chat now, as is, and then if I have like other conversations going, that'll just be another challenge to figure out. But definitely down, and definitely would be fun for sure. I don't see how it wouldn't be. I'm gonna slow this other guy. He might be dotted. I'd get Langley out of retirement and grind them AAs. Yeah, I gotta imagine magicians have good AAs for sure. Unlike the Necro, I feel like the Necro has the same AAs as mages. And it's like, dude, I don't want these AAs. Mages do, and wizards. The Comp Lord, I'm sorry, I called you the Camp Lord earlier. The Comp Lord says all the solo self-found legends in one place. Yeah, where's Wreck-It at? Well, I guess he's not solo self-found, he's just self-found. So he gets a pass. He gets a pass for not being here. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about adding complexity to the attention span. It could be. It could be. Now, is there a way to merge chats? I know they have that on Twitch, right? You can like merge chats. Now, if there was a way to merge chats, that would be pretty cool. Then you can kind of, you know, both people can kind of go back and forth on the same chat, and then you're not necessarily like talking over each other. Everything seems to be relevant, and you know, there's also push to talk. But merging chats would be huge. I don't know if YouTube has that. Draken says it's a little intimidating. I've seen most of all you guys' content, and the parasocial is hitting hard. Just dudes playing a 27-year-old game. Eric says, I was really enjoying my necro groups too. Charming the mobs in the mines was wild. Yeah. Yeah, charming on the necro is great. It's a lot of fun doing the obviously I was doing a ton of the vampire camps and stuff. That was a whole lot of fun. Alright, so if you guys can't hear background noise, let me know if you hear the dude mowing the lawn. And I'll try to do something about that. If you don't hear it, I'm just gonna ignore it. Or whatever that... Yeah, I think it's a lawnmower. Eric says... Oh yeah, I read that. Skeleton says, yep, you can merge chats with an external service. I know a guy who did it. I'll look into it. Oh, okay, that's very interesting. I think that'll, like, really solve a lot of problems. Yeah, that'll be a nice quality of life, I should say. Machine, 00? 00? Nice to catch you live. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I don't do them too often, but here we are. Making an attempt to do it more often. Sandra says, this server is much more attractive for solo self-found journeys now that the XP is much better. Alright, what the fuck is that, dude? Okay. Alright. There's no way. What are they, cutting cement? Give me 1 second. All right, that should help with the background stuff if you even heard it. But there's literally, they're like cutting cement outside with like a cement saw or whatever the fuck. I swear to God. Sendra says he doesn't hear anything, but you know, whatever. I feel better. Skeleton says it's not that loud, just a small background noise doesn't annoy me at all. Okay, well hopefully that completely gets rid of it. I mean, obviously I can hear it, but hopefully at this point, it's muffled enough that the mic doesn't pick it up. Your neighbors exist to ruin your streams. This whole neighborhood, it's quite wild, yeah. I just have I have two neighbors that are noisy. Your mama doesn't pick it up. Damn. It's coming at me. Eric says he doesn't hear it anymore. All right, perfect. Draken says I don't even hear it. I thought I did, but it was a guy with a weed whacker outside my own window. Yeah. Oh wait, Harry Hood? What's up, dude? Long time no talk. What's going on, man? I'm just here for the cement cutting. True. You came to the right one. My replay is so behind, it's just now showing the be right back screen. All right, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? We need our haste. Let's put that on. Which probably means Sundress needs another regen. Felt good standing up though. I felt instant relief. Got 32 minutes left on Agio. And 31 on KEI. Not that we really need it. It does not really do much. Get the phone out and go stream cement cutting. You'll get a whole new set of viewers showing up. Yeah, probably. Still 9 minutes on the regen. Oh, crazy. I have no recollection of time. My time is just whatever. Harry says appreciates the live streams. We just had our first child 4 weeks ago. Huge grats, dude. Barely time to grind. All is well though. Mom and baby doing great. Love to hear it, dude. Hell yeah. Obviously family first. I'm sure one day in the distant future your baby will sleep through the night one day and then you can get a couple hours in. Time for a standing desk. Yeah, this desk right here that this is on, that's actually a standing desk. So yeah, I probably need to start using it, yeah. I think so. I think that's gonna be the answer. I thought about that this morning when I woke up and I was in shambles. I was like, fuck, dude. I think that is the answer. So I'm gonna have to rearrange things. Goddamn shimmerings. The thing is, oh shit. We got some enchanter booths coming in from Dark Side. The thing is, I have three 32-inch monitors in front of me. So I got a 32-inch, a 32-inch, and another 32-inch. And it's hard to, like, I would need a huge desk to replicate that. And there's no going back. Like, once you've used this setup for a while, like, every once in a while, one of my, because my main monitor is nice and, you know, expensive for, like, a monitor. Whereas the other two on the sides, you know, they're just for other shit, YouTube or chats and different things. And so they don't need to be nice. So they're just like 32-inch Vizios you get for like whatever. You find them on sale for like $100, $150, whatever it is. Anyways, they blow out. You know, I've blown out some of these Vizios and stuff over the years. And so you got to replace them. But there's that period where it blows out. I confirm it's blown out. And then I'm down to 2 monitors for a few days until like I can buy another one. And those two days, I'm so like spoiled. Those 2 days, I'm just like, oh, I need my 3rd monitor. So like, I can't imagine going down. Yeah, it's the same setup. So yeah, I do have a gigantic, like 8-foot shelving right here. It's like 8 feet long. And then right here, where my hands are, that's also built in like an 8-foot long desk, and a separate piece is 8-foot long shelving. And it came with the house when we bought it. But yeah, it's completely built in. It's massive. It's like it's permanent. So that also makes things interesting. But I mean, I could still utilize this when I'm, I don't know, sometimes, you know. But see, that's what it is. I just gotta stand sometimes, right? You don't always have to sit. You don't always have to stand. You just kind of gotta mix it up. Let's give him some buffs. We'll give him a chloro as well. VOG didn't land on me. Let me... All right, cool. We got our buffs. Senderith is heading out. And sorry, I ignored chat there for a minute. Oh yeah, crown. People giving their grats to Harry. For sure, the time will come, eventually. No worries, I feel like this is my new home. Hit me up anytime you see me, mate. Hell yeah, dude. You're on my new 45-inch ultra-wide, along with my AI coding agent for MMO website project. Evil Eye. Crazy. 45-inch ultra-wide, nice. Ultra wide. One of my buddies does use one of the ultra wides, but it's still like, you know, it's about as wide as like 232 inches, right? I don't know how all the dimensions work, but if you were to put it next to my 230 inches, it's about the same length, not height or width or whatever. Oh my god, come on, blue. Oh, imperfect. I'll take it though. Damn, back-to-back ruby crowns? Nice. I wanted to get one of those at one point, but I didn't. Eric said, in before I never finish and release it. Is the website for work or for your personal? Joe Lua says, almost home, done for the weekend. Let's go. Time to hit that giant fort. In FM. Hell yeah, dude. What does that mean? You're about in your third frontier mountain, so you're about in your 30s somewhere, probably. Have you gotten your ring yet? Or are you going there to get a ring? Enjoy your weekend, man. Off of work, nice and early. I don't know where you live, but I'm assuming maybe it's almost 1 o'clock. Minesweep says, I play on a laptop. It's tough to even read the chat. Oh, yeah, man. Laptops are tough. Alright, we can't get into trouble anymore. We can't be pulling 3 of these fucking things. Oh, without Syndrith here. Congrats on the baby. To Harry. Eric says, I like the 32-inch 16:9 size. My work laptop is hooked up to one. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I prefer it, I guess. But, I mean, I really love the idea of those ultra-wides. Like the crazy, like the LG one and the different ones. I really like that. I want super mega ultra-wide, dude. Like, sell me one. It's going to be like 4K dollars, but... If I don't have to have 3 so you can get the bezel-less, I'm down. There's these little weird things that you can buy on the internet to put them in between your screens to try to give the illusion of there's no bezel and it's one smooth screen. I'm not sold on it. Plus, so the one in front of me is like straight on, and then my 2 on the sides I tilt in to try to give it the curved-ish. It makes it easier to see out of your peripherals. Oh, I could use my staff now. Eric says it's for EQL, PQ, and others. Eric says it's a side project. All right, so it's not for work, or maybe it's a gig. Craig says, I'm sorry. Are we measuring peni? Sounds like it, doesn't it? Harry says, much appreciated. For the baby grats. Razor Mackham says, also on a laptop, and I'm old as hell. / chat font size for the win. Size 5 for the win. True. Lakers game 3 tonight. Let's go. They're winning without Luka and Reeves. I know nobody cares, but I'm throwing that out there. We already had some sports talk today. Bags are getting kind of full. We're gonna have to start deleting the shitters. Dude, did we already use an entire, like, 3-hour buff? How long have we been streaming? Only 2 hours. What happened to my, like, 3-hour Thorns buff, or is it only 2 hours? Let's get rebuffed with the Thorns. I'll care for you, I like the Lakers. Hell yeah, Eric. Thank you. Okay, let's get healed up and buffed up. Petting these buffs. And we'll likely just hold this room down, like, legit now, because it'll take me longer to kill stuff. We'll still have some downtime. I don't want to lose the room, though. I like this room when soloing. It's really nice. How many people are here? Less than ever. There's only 3 people here. It's me, Darkside, and Blingin'. So I guess we're free to roam around. I don't have to be so worried about losing the room for now. I'm playing on a 2013 Lenovo all-in-one dinosaur computer for dinosaur game. True. I can barely run Chrome on it. EQ runs flawlessly. Isn't that interesting how that works? I know if you look at your like resources that your computer's using with Chrome open, like each tab is taking so much resources for like a browser. It's insane. EQL put out a producer's letter, just a short PR BS thing. They got 35,000 beta apps. See, this is what I mean, dude, Draken. 35,000 beta apps and are starting with a few hundred random polls. So I guess I find something else to do. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I might have to beg. But, you know, I got so much shit to do, and I'm not really a beggar, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of other stuff to play and all that. But it would be cool to get it out of my system on the free. But then it's going to get wiped. All right. Let's get the pet. Did we already paste the pet? I'm lost. Yes, we did. So what do I need? Oh, we were going to do my thorns. Harry Hood says, Flyers looking for series sweep against the Penguins. Let's fucking go. Looking for group. And Sixers surprisingly tie up the series with Celtics. Think game 3 also tonight. Yeah, that was surprising. That was a surprising tie-up without an Embiid in there. Yeah, also surprising was Atlanta won game 3. So Atlanta's up against the Knicks 2-1. That's crazy. Groldeck said, some people in the Discord talked about how they signed up tons of emails. Yeah, no, I believe that. I do believe that. Yeah, I mean, that happens all the time, yeah. All right, let's go find something. We're buffed. There was also, like, the competition, too. Wait, can I single this guy right now? There was also that competition where you're supposed to, like, I missed it. I was going to end up doing it. I wasn't in a hurry to do it, so I lagged on it. It ended on Monday where you're supposed to, like, pick a trio and say why it's cool or whatever. I looked at it yesterday or the day before, and I was, like, 2 days late. It ended on the 20th. Yeah, I looked at it on the 22nd. Draken says, gonna bail. The keynote trailer for FF 14 is starting in a few, and I don't want to miss it. Have fun grinding. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Thanks for chatting it up, keeping the stream going. Can't do these streams without you guys carrying, so thanks a lot, and hopefully it's all good things on the final... Oh shit, you tried to slow me. On the Final Fantasy 14 side. Hopefully it's good stuff. I'll ask you about it next time. Enjoy. Minnesota looking good against Denver as well. Yeah, so they also took it 2-1. Interesting. Denver looked like shit. The thing is, Edwards is banged up, so he's like okay right now, and they're you know, but at any given time, it's kind of like that Tyrese Halliburton thing from last year, where Tyrese Halliburton was banged up, and then he pushed it, and he blew his ACL. So I'd hate for something like that to happen. But it's on the table, like, you know, he's playing through an injury. You could see him grimacing. He goes up, you know, he's an athletic player too. Jumping all over, dunking, doing all this shit. And then he's grabbing at his knees. Kind of like Luka too. In that game that Luka pulled his hamstring, he's constantly like reaching and touching his hamstring throughout the first half. And in the second half, he goes out there and just rips his hamstring, so... Hopefully nothing happens, but, you know, if something were to happen, Minnesota could end up being cooked. But they do look great, and he's, you know, he's just one player on the team, but he is their best player. Oof. Oh my God. I gotta get this shit figured out. This sciatica bullshit. Gotta sit up straight. Posture check. This shit's killing me. I don't know how long it'll last. God damn. Oh, fuck. I have a stream deck that gets unused because I don't stream. But, ooh. Alright, a bunch of junk. Oh, come on, dude. Blocks of living granite. Let's get rid of those now, these blocks of living granite. But I'm supposed to, I have Wreck-It saying, God damn. I'm gonna make it a button on the stream deck. Alright, let's go through some of this. Black pearl, block of living granite. Let's get rid of this junk. That's just taking up space. Sure, take that. These rings too. These earrings as well. Yeah, whatever. I was supposed to do that before I streamed. I was gonna have it ready for this stream, but didn't happen. Like I said, I woke up and wasn't feeling too hot, so some stuff didn't happen. You could also try your own. Do I have catchphrases? I don't know if I have catchphrases. What are my catchphrases? I'm trying to think. If you ask Skeleton, he'll say Gucci, but I don't know. I don't know that I say that a lot. That rap had me laughing. Nice work on both of you. Thanks, Harry. Thanks, dude. Too much? Or too much, and it is what it is? Do I say that a lot? Sometimes you don't notice your own, like, tendencies or whatever. Fatty ticks? That was like Slayheim's favorite. Gonna kill that bird? Yeah, that's definitely... The bird's sleeping right now. That's what's good about these morning streams is I know it's later for you guys, but it's still AM for me. Girldeck says, "Go Lakers" is probably the closest catchphrase. Yeah, right. Kobe! Have a Kobe button. Skeleton says, "Yep, we're Gucci." The rap was a lot of fun, Harry. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. We blew it out in about like 4 hours of work. There was like throughout the day, while we were at our actual jobs, you know, we were just brainstorming and stuff. Or I was like brainstorming, and then I sent him like a rough draft and stuff. Yada yada, so on and so forth. I told the story already in the last stream. But then I got home, and we busted it out in like 4 hours. So it was pretty cool. It was fun. And then I was oh shit. I was worried that like, I don't know. I was worried that they might clap back to the clap back. And then I was like, dude, I don't know if I have another one in me. And, but I think maybe we're safe now. I don't know. It's been a while. It's actually, aw, come on, man. As something goes wrong. Yeah, that's true too. Come on, bro. Really? But it was cool. I talked to that dude a little bit afterwards. I think I already said that. Maybe I said that in the last stream. I talked to the Frankenbeans just a tiny bit. Just a little quick communication. So that was cool. Or maybe Ice Cream Man, yeah. Ice cream. You know, the thing is, you just make the button the "It's a Small World After All" jingle, because that's what the Ice Cream Man plays when he drives by. Dee 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 dee, or whatever. Is that the right one? I literally never said the word play as a strategy until I watched vids. I literally never said the word play as a strategy until I watched the vids. Watched vids. I don't know if I understand. The word play. Spell it out for me. I'm too dumb to figure that out. Oh, that's like the play. Oh, that's the play. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. I get it now. Yeah, thanks, guys. I think that's the play. I think this is the play, dudes. That's the strat. That makes sense now. Like, instead of saying, I think this is the strat, say, I think this is the play. Yeah. I don't know where that comes from. It's pretty cool. Like, you know, I always like to think of, like, Europe. We got Minesweeped, I think, over in Europe, right? I always like to think of, like, how the United States is so huge, and then, like, you know, and then Europe, where we have, like, states, or Canada has, like, provinces, and Europe has just different countries with different languages and stuff. And so it's just, it's always interesting to me to just, like, think about how we're all, like, the same country. I don't know, I keep doing bunny ears, like, quotations. We're all the same country here. Oh, excuse me. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Oh, shit. But, we're all the same country here, but we have a bunch of, like, different accents, and I know England has different accents and stuff. You got, like, the Scousers and stuff. But we have, like, so much room and space for people to, like, get spaced out. We got, like, the South, and then the East, and then the West, and all that stuff. Okay, we gotta get it. Oh, no, my bear. I gotta slow this guy, though. Alright. Anyways, I got distracted because I pulled too much shit, but yeah. I don't know. We have a bunch of different accents and lingo and slang and stuff like that, even though we're in the same country. Minesweep says, yeah, you have different cultures in them there states of yours. Yeah. I like the in them there states of yours. It's good. That's definitely the South. It's the South coming out of you. Or like when we would, when Wolfdar would play, and we'd group with Wolfdar. I did that video recently where it was just kind of like a montage of all the different sessions, all the different play sessions we had in the Plane of Injustice zone. And so Wolfdar was in a bunch of those play sessions, and you can tell he's obviously like from the South because he's got a heavy ass Southern accent. You can tell Razman. Razman's got a little twang to him, a little bit. Is hiding in there. We just dinged an AA. All right. It's hiding in there, but I can hear it sometimes. Minesweep says I'm quite good on the U.S. states. I can point out Alaska on the map, I think. Nice. That's the biggest one, dude. All right, let's see. Oh, fuck. All right, let's get the bear healed. I feel like I am a bit southern, but I actually hear someone southern and it's wild. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're on like the... You're kind of on the edge there. You're on the outskirts, so... There's only the little influence, I guess. How many AA are we up to? I think that's 68. So not a ton. But I was saying earlier, I took that 3-month hiatus and pounded out the SK, so I lost a lot of time there. And my original AA grind was on the Necro, and the Necro doesn't have a lot either. He's got only like 35 or 38 or something. It's not a lot, but I wish I had those on this guy instead, because I don't know. I wasted them on stupid stuff on the Necro. There's a few, obviously, the baseline good ones, but the Necro kind of sucks when it comes to AAs. You don't need them. Ah, fuck! Oh, we're in for it now. I think we might have to make a run for the border. Here, let's see if I can get this one away from the pet. Can the pet aggro those? He can aggro just the one we're killing. Okay. Alright, well. We're gonna have to, Oh, there we go. Alright, so first things first, let's get this one down. Alright. Let's heal the pet. Get some slows out. This fucking pet heal takes forever. Because it's so powerful. Alright, let's slow the one he's working on. We'll get another heal on him. He's probably working on them both because he's an idiot. So we'll go ahead and slow the other one. I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. You're the greatest. And then we'll get some heals on ourselves, and then we'll get in there and go to Pound Town. But with the Beastlord, there's just like endless amounts of shit you need. You like literally need almost everything. As like most hybrids, right? Most hybrids you need almost everything. Alright, let's get on this dude. Isn't there a class, or there's another class, classicism? Fuck! While he throws his head back. I remember that frequently in the Doombringer one. Yeah. Fuck! That one? Yeah. True, true, true. That one's muscle memory at this point. Machine says, isn't there a quest you can do for haste belt at lower levels? Yeah, we did that on the SK, and we did that on the Solo Soulfound Hardcore Beastlord as well. I forgot what it's called. Somebody help me out. Something to do with a claw or some shit. Something, Swift Claw Sash, is that it? Something like that. That's a pain in the dick quest though. I got pretty lucky on mine. One of the characters got it first shot, the second character got it second shot. But, you know, then you got like Razman and Wreck-It, who not so much luck for their haste belts. Minesweep says, I'm from a little island with its own dialect and 40,000 people. Lots of dishes with herring. Are they stinky? Are they stinky dishes with the herring? Or are they just normal? Those kind of geographical barriers create unique cultures over time. Well, for having a unique dialect, your English is fucking really good. Ah, sorry dudes. I'm so uncomfortable. My bad. It's wearing on me. That's it, thank you. Yeah, it's a good one, dude. It's tough, but you can get lucky and one-shot it though, or not. And if you go when like the mobs are still blue, it's not too bad, but the animals that are padding around are kind of annoying. Groldex said, I never managed to finish that quest or get that sash anyways. Yeah. Hey Razman, did you get the sash? Or, I forget, did you just take a break and then go back and get it? Or did you never go back and get it? I don't remember. Fuck. Should have healed up. Oh well. It's super clutch for solo self-found because you don't really have many many options, you know? Like, you're not going to get a FBSS solo self-found until maybe you're already 60 and you pull it off somehow, but... And now with, like, you know, with Velius out, you can get the Silver Chitin hand wraps, but you could probably solo that. For sure at 60, maybe, but I think I've soloed it at 60, but I think, maybe not. Well, you haven't heard me speak. The smoked herring smells smoky. I like smoky smell. Otherwise, shouldn't smell much. Oh, okay. There's some of those, like, what are they, like Icelandic herring dishes? Is it like Icelandic, maybe? Herring dishes that have a real pungent smell or whatever. Probably like pickled herring or some shit. Okay. Rasmus says, I'm holding out for FBSS, but I tried it yesterday and I need a few more levels. Bloodthirsty hits hard still. Bro. You're a maniac. You're doing the damn thing. That's crazy. And you know what? Damn, I mean, yeah, obviously you have the tools to do it as a paladin, but holy shit, that's gonna be tough, and I can't wait to see you successfully do that. That'll be epic as fudge. What do you call it? If he's wearing it, he's gonna hit like a, you know, fast as a beast. Because he's you know, he's wearing the haste, so it's funny how, like, you know, when he's got what you want, he's even harder. What a nice little morsel from this game. Groldex says, and Frenzied is gonna hit harder and faster if they have the FPS. Exactly, yeah, exactly that. Totally. Isn't that cool? Oh, this game's so cool. You know, for a game as old as it is, like, you know, you play World of Warcraft or whatever, at least Classic, and they don't have, like, they never have the weapons in their hands, or they have weapons in their hands, but they don't drop them. I just really loved and appreciated that this game, like, if they're holding the weapon, you're just like, oh, fuck, they got the weapon, you know? Or you're fighting them. I remember when I was fighting the owlbear, and it was saying in the text that it was slashing. I was like, he's got the sword, because you can see he's slashing you instead of mauling you or hitting you or whatever it was, biting you, something. You know, those little things, like, really add to the excitement and really make it cool. Minesweep says the Swedes do fermented herring. There you go. That's what it is. Fermented. Why couldn't I think of that? So it's pretty special. But that's Swedes for you. Yes, fermented herring. That's probably what I was thinking. Yeah, the Swedes. Oh, click on his little head there. I totally should have done Swift Class. I mean, it's never too late, but you know, you can go there and not get it another 3 or 4 times in a row. Sucks. Yeah, probably should have stuck it out though. Yeah, you know. You seem to be doing fine without it. Like, you're killing it, dude. So it is going to get harder, though, so you're going to need something, I think, you know, because it just continues to get harder. And paladins aren't known for their deeps. So yeah, you gotta get something. One or the other, though. I mean, if you could pull off the FBSS, that'll be epic as shit. Oh, I'm no longer a fire elemental. I should probably do that. Time y'all off of work. Probably not for another couple hours, huh? Oh, I don't think I can last. You guys got any weekend plans? Probably checking your emails. Play some EQ. I got basketball later and a raid. Ah, man, that sucks. Well, at least for my main basketball game's at 5. And 5 p.m. for me. And the raid starts at 6 p.m. for me. So at least I get like the first half uninterrupted, basically. But then during the second half, I gotta like, you know, bounce back and forth. And I'd like to just focus on it, but I can't miss the raid tonight. Gotta get that mask, baby. At least get a shot at it. Minesweep said, maybe you're strong enough for SBFS, Pacify, and the stuns work on that froggy. Yeah, I think that's true. Zombie Fooker. Holy shit, a live stream. That's right, dude. We did one last week, and then we did one this week. What? I know, the first one of the year last week. Followed it up with another one. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna try to get them out here because I need to farm AAs, and it's better for a stream because grinding the same shit all the time just ain't it, right? So I think this is the play, and this is the motivation I need to get my ass, because I enjoy streaming a lot. It's super fun talking to you all. I enjoy talking to you guys a lot, and this is the outlet, right? This is the only way to really do it. This, or you can have a group with 6 people. Or it's in the comment section, but the comment section is a lot of back and forth, and I don't know if I want to take 2 right now. I guess we can. I don't know where we are on respawns, but I like the instant back and forth. That's the greatest. Minesweep says, "Got to bounce for now. Nice to talk to all of you. See you next time, Minesweep. See you in the next live stream chat, whoever it may be. I'm sure you'll be there, and I'll see you there." Groldeck says, but it's gonna feel so bad if you lay on hands on the Frenzy with a ring. True. At the same time, you might not see Frenzy again until lay on hands is back up because he's got placeholders. Oh, oh shit. Oh, it's too late, huh, Raz? If you want to utilize the PvP Guck, I think you have to be 50 or less. So just keep that in mind if you want to go in there on the PvP variant. I don't think you can zone in. I don't know if it's 50 or if it's 51. I don't know if it includes 50 or not, but I remember I tried to go back in there to get something, and I couldn't go back in because I was above 50 or something. Something. I don't know. Look into that. Unless you're just going in the normal one and there's a bunch of fucking people in there and you train them. That's cool too. I'm just kidding. I trained somebody in the beginning of this stream. We trained the Druid. They were really cool about it though. They even buffed us. How nice. EQ community for life. A girl deck says, oh yeah, I read that. A Skeleton says, going to see a dark synth metal band tonight that I'm a big fan of. Got to find a way to slide their music into my vids. They have a whole undead theme going on. Yeah. Are they small enough to where it's like doesn't get hit by YouTube, or you got to kind of lo-fi it up or something to disguise it? That's cool. Yeah, I think I remember talking to you a little bit about that the other night. Have fun with that. Should be a good time always. But it would ruin my chill vibe. Oh, okay. Do it like Raz does, like if you get into an intense fight, you know, cue the music. You out here, Craig? Or are you tootling mind sweeps? Either way, if you're out of here, see you later, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Always nice to talk to you. Damn, I don't want to pull these two. I kind of like want to see where we're at on the respawn, but I also don't want to sit here doing nothing for the next 10 minutes either. See, this is dangerous. If I pull this guy, he's going to pull that guy, and then this guy's going to run diagonally and then pull that guy. It's going to be a whole thing. So we'll just wait for it. Yeah, they're a small band. Hugging whales. What's up, dude? All right, we'll sit here for a second. Give it a little stretch and a bend. Dip my toes in the jacuzzi, baby. All right, here we go. We got respawns. So that's not too bad. You're saying goodbye to them. All right. Just covering my bases. Just covering my bases. Maybe I'll try the PvP zone out. I got discouraged when I got smacked around. That is the thing. Things do tend to dual wield often in the PvP zone, so I don't know. Maybe you can go in there, IVU up, go check it out, see who's got what. You know? And maybe it works out, or maybe not. I just like the respawn factor of the PvP zone. Hey, you get more time, so you can like get yourself a little place. You got time to med up, time to buff up, time to get ready, and then get in there. But yeah, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm sure you know what's best. Just throwing it out there. Dance with the Dead. It's a cool name as well. Skeleton says, if you want a good feel for their music, look up the music video Hex by Dance with the Dead. You'll see what I'm talking about. Would be a great fit for my band. Oh, we got multiple musicians in the chat? Oh my. Well, at least for a Skeleton the Necro. Flight of the Bumblebees enjoyer? I am. I'm not really saying that in jest, but just putting your bee connection in there. Ingve Malmsteen? No, I'm not a musician. Brand, not band. Oh. I just can't read. Is that what it is? That is what it is. All right. Well, my bad. All right. Filling up the old bags. Still have several items that aren't worth shit, though. So this is the bag of shit not worth shit. So let's put it all over there. This is a big one. 175. Let's get it. I like the stackables. Jade ring's pretty. 12. We'll throw that in there too. This one. Got some of these. This isn't worth shit. Oh, it's a nephrite. I thought it was a jade. Chipped jade or whatever it is. Sliver of jade or some bullshit. I don't know, I have this on me still. I should throw that in the bank. Skeleton says, at Hugging Whales. Heck yeah, dude. I love him. Touring with Magic Sword as well. Great synth wave band. Gonna be fun. What did Hugging Whales say? I missed it. He said, oh, I saw them playing, oh, with Devin Townsend. They're sort of local boys for me. From the, I'm from SD. I'm assuming that's South Dakota and not San Diego. They came out of Irvine. That is San Diego then. Good shit. Oh shit, bro. You're from San Diego? Hell yeah, doggy. The city where you are most likely to get struck by lightning. I think that's based off of one event where some guy got struck by lightning twice who lived there or some bullshit. Maybe it's made up. Xanathal said, my internet is down. I'm jealous right now. What's up, Xanathal? Good to see you, though. If your internet was up, what would you be playing? EQ? Eminem? Refreshing your email to see if you got a new one from Legends? Dude, the one behind me is gonna spawn, isn't it? We gotta get out of here. Let's get out of here! As Shaggy would yell. Oops, I hit sit. I meant bach. If I wasn't so slow, my bear wouldn't be so goddamn slow. Alright, let's go. EQ and yeah, some Eminem, LOL. Checking email for that invite. A little bit, all of the above. All of the above. Monsters and memory leaks. That one was just too good. That one was too good. Somebody said that the other day after that crazy patch day that didn't work out too well. Dead Man Fishing. Classic live. Hell yeah. What's up, dude? We're doing it. We're doing it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. Lightning Boy gave us a bad rap. I've personally only been struck by lightning 3 times. Yeah. Oops. So you moved out of San Diego? Ever going back, or that's just where you grew up and a thing of the past? Somebody in my guild lives in San Diego. Also give San Diego a bad rap. This one's coming down to the wire. We're pretty even. Shall we get EverQuested? You don't get EverQuested as much anymore when you have a bunch of gear. But don't tempt them with such blasphemous words. No. All right, let's heal up. All right. So we should be getting some more in there. Let's see, let's buff up the pet. It's got his buffs. I guess we could wait. Oh, there he is. I knew you were coming. What do we got? We got 4 minutes on VOG. Everything else looks good. Fungal regrowth. I haven't checked my email yet. Should I check my email? Let's see. What email did I sign up with? We need our first, like, confirmation of emails went out, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't have anything. Then at least once we know, like, somebody got an email or, like, confirmation that, okay, we sent the emails out. If you don't got it, that's it. But I did have, like, a tiny bit of insight on it. Kind of, like, just in passing with secrets. I think I said this maybe in the last live stream. Just in passing with secrets in, like a... kind of like a small conversation with some people. Just kind of, you know, nonchalantly mentioned that they were expecting like a few thousand people to sign up for beta, like, you know, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, and that they absolutely blew out what they were expecting in terms of beta signups. And so hearing that they have now announced that they had 35,000 beta signups, you know, that's crazy. They were expecting like 3,000 or 4,000. They made a post on social media. The one we went over, well, we went over a few of them. Is it the one about the 35,000? They didn't make a post saying that the emails went out, did they? If they did, we're all out of luck. Grilldeck said, is it supposed to be an email you have a Daybreak account with? Probably, yeah. Well, you sign up for the I don't remember what it was. I don't remember the signing up of the beta. Like, did they ask us to put in an email? I just don't even fucking remember, dude. Or did we just log in with our Daybreak account? I don't even remember. The 35K post? Yeah, it's quite insane, isn't it? They're gonna make a lot of money in that first month. It's gonna be nutty. It's gonna be nutty. Girldick says 35,000 is insane. A lot of it has to be people spamming emails. Absolutely, yeah. Even if on average people used 2 emails, that still cuts it in half. You know, it drops it down to 18K-ish. So. You know, and you know there's that dude who has like 20 emails or whatever. Rasmus says, gotta get some things ready before the day really starts. Thanks for streaming Classic. Later, y'all. Later, Razman. Thanks for stopping by as always. Talk to you soon, buddy. Enjoy your day, the rest of your day, and enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you're off and get the family time in, some gaming time in at night. Just enjoy it overall. Hopefully your lawn is mowed. Your acres of grass. Groldick says it's going to be crazy if EQL starts funding EQ instead of the yearly TLP. Dude, I don't think you're wrong, dude. I know you're like semi-joking. I don't think you're wrong, dude. It's going to turn into that, man, because of the popularity that Mischief had. You know, Mischief was where they were like, not to say Mischief and THJ are like the same or similar, but just like everything that Mischief had, I feel like the EQL has also. Like everything Mischief had to offer, THJ also has that incorporated within it, and it's just, I think it's just what people want at this point. I think it's just what people want at this point. That's what they're looking for. Not everybody, like including myself, like it's not exactly what I'm looking for, but I think the majority of overarching EverQuest players and ex-players, I think that's what they want. Have they confirmed EQL will be free trade? I guess not. Like, why do I think that? I think... Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know, I assume that. They haven't also confirmed that there's not going to be lore items, but I've got to assume that nothing's going to be lore either. Otherwise, you couldn't like upgrade lore items, right? Because you need multiple lore items to upgrade an item, or multiple items of ultimate. Whoa, wow. You know what I mean? I'm thinking it will be, but yeah, there's so much stuff that maybe seems obvious to us that just isn't confirmed yet. And is not going to get confirmed through the beta either, unless, you know, you confirm it to yourself because you got in, but you're not allowed to talk about it, so. But I'm sure there's going to be, like, small discords where people talk, you know what I mean? Of course. This could be the future of emulator builders. If other publishers watch it closely, they'll be piling on, getting official emulated servers on board ASAP. Yeah, that's what I believe, Skeleton. I think that's what's going to happen. I think, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised if like P99 and Quarm all get looped into this and then we start having to pay for P99 and Quarm. I mean, sounds blasphemous, sounds crazy to say that. But if they get to a point to where they have several of these private servers, like a handful, and they're just like, it's like the all-encompassing, all-access, like they have now, they have the all-access pass now. But if they do something like that, but it's emulated servers, I just wouldn't be surprised. And of course, a lot of people will be mad about it because they're used to playing for free and they're going to say they're going to quit and all this stuff. But it just is what it is, you know? Business decision. It's lore equipped, just not in the bag. That makes sense. Yeah. That's like World of Warcraft style stuff there. Did they have that in EQ already? Groldeck says, Mischief offered that because the names were dropping 2 to 3 names of loot on a huge pool. Yeah, dude, remember that first couple of days, or like the first week of Mischief? I didn't play Mischief ever. I never even logged in, but I'm always watching. That's something I'm good at, is I'm always paying attention to EverQuest stuff, even stuff I never touch. So I remember that first week I was watching streamers like the Brit Canuck and whoever else, and dude, I watched them kill a boss, and it was like a CVS receipt, and I was like, fuck this, what is this, you know? Obviously, they patched it up a little bit, and they changed a bunch of stuff, and whatever, but it was crazy. Ballsy6659 says, I'm late to the party. I assume we're talking EQL, yeah. Yep, EQL. Beta invites going out today, yep. True, supposed to. Yeah, we've been all over the place. Multiple sports talks. Eminem, Talk Sesh, Monsters and Memories, that is. I think this is probably our second time hitting on EQL. We're just going in circles. Ballsy says they announced the Theory Throwdown winners. Oh, okay, there we go. So I'd bet on keys being sent out today for sure. Yeah, they're supposed to. Killed the boss like a CVS receipt? What does that mean? Hey, what's up, Wug? I mean, like, when you killed the boss, the loot window was like a CVS receipt. You know how CVS receipts are like, it's a meme that a CVS receipt's like 7 feet long? At least they were, like, years ago. After all the memes, they've probably shortened the receipt. Or I don't know if you have, where y'all are from, if you guys have, like, CVS or whatever. I know in, like, the United States, we have CVS as, like, a drugstore, and they're just known for insanely long receipts. Unnecessarily long receipts with like coupons and all that shit's built onto the receipt, and it's just ridiculous. Anyways, when you killed a boss on whatever server we were talking about, Mischief, the loot window would pop up and there was literally like 20 pieces of loot off of one boss, and it was just like, what is happening? That's not my EQ. Or, you know, I say that in jest, but it was crazy. And then it was also like just anything in your it was that combined with the boss pool, you know? So then you're getting stuff from like all kinds of different raids and all that kind of stuff. Ballsy says, classic, you gonna play EQL? I'm assuming you're talking about TLP loot, any random loot server? Yeah, exactly. Am I gonna play EQ? If I get into the beta, like 100%, I'm gonna check out the beta. When it comes out, now that Monsters and Memories early access got pushed back till October 1st, I'm not really doing anything in July when EQL comes out. So yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna check it out. Am I gonna play it like, you know, play it a lot or anything. I doubt it. It's not really my thing. But I want to like support the devs and just check it out and give it a chance to convince me that it is my thing. But I don't think it is my thing. But yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna check it out. But there's a lot of, you know, and it's no offense to EQL or anything else either. There's like so much to play right now. There's a lot to play right now. We got Quarm. You know, if you like P99, you got that. We got Agilent Online Adventures, like alpha tests. We got the closed beta for M&M. We have so much stuff going on right now. Blue Diamond, let's get it, baby. A Blue Diamond and a Flawed Sapphire and a Black Pearl. That was a 320 plat mob right there. Fuck yeah, doggy. Groldex said, God, I worked at CVS like 20 years ago at this point, and those receipts were just crazy. And the people who played their game and used all those coupons even more, got even more. Their receipts were stupid long. Yeah, see, there you go. I worked at Walgreens when I was a teenager. Ballsy says, Eminem pushback is perfect for me. Kids due on October 1st, so I'll be on paternity leave. That's gonna be tough, dude. Grats on the kid, but that's gonna be tough, my guy. You know, you're gonna be busy with the kid. That'll be interesting to see how that turns out, but grats on that. And at least you have some paternity leave, so maybe you can make it happen. I mean, you could probably dad camp or something, right? Ballsy6659, I'm looking forward to EQL keeping me occupied until M&M. I think the TLP is going to suck, in my opinion, so EQL is the only option for me. Yeah, the TLP looks like garbage. It's hilarious that they just let people, like, you know, they did all the polls, and they're just like, yeah, just, you know, what do you want out of these? What do you want out of these? And what do you want out of those? And people just went for, like, the most zoomer options possible. It's like, in like, for somebody like me, I'm like, that is like the worst server of all time. Like, why would you choose all those options? Because everything is, like, as easy as they took all the easiest options, all the fastest options, all the, you know, bot-friendly options. They just took everything. And for me personally, I'm just like, that's crazy. But again, it's polls like those that show me why people are gonna love EQL. You know, EQL and why they loved THJ and why they loved Mischief. It's polls like those, you know, is why I say stuff like that. EQL is going to be so fucking huge, and that's like evidence. That's like evidence to why it's going to be so huge. Stuff like that. Newborns are easy as fuck. All they do is sleep. Bro, your newborn's about to EverQuest you. You're about to get EverQuested by your newborn, dude. Don't talk like that. You're going to have one of those newborns that just doesn't ever fucking sleep. That might come a little later. You might get a few, you know, some months before. What am I talking about? I don't have kids, but I'm just saying, dude. Everybody else in chat does, pretty much. I'm sure. All I know is when my friends had kids, they never logged into EverQuest again. I'm just kidding. But they definitely, did it for a while, and then it's always an excuse they use. So maybe it's just an excuse. Get good, bro. The poll, LOL. Yeah, whatever those were, right? Forever Childless Club, ayo. What's up? What's good? Hell yeah, doggy. Unless I make some sort of... Now that's gonna be... I keep saying hell yeah, doggy. So that's gonna suddenly be a button on the stream deck. But yeah, yeah, Forever Childless. That's me, for sure. It's really hard to fit in 3 hours of gameplay with a little kid in the house. Yeah. And then in some instances, when you can pull it off, you still got like that little nagging thing in the back of your head where you're just like, fuck. Should I be doing this though? Obviously a newborn is a little different. When your kid's a little older, that might come into play. What is this? Start a poll. Start a Q&A. Close. Pod of red fungus. What is this? Increase mana by 250. One charge. Xanathol says same, hugging. I got a doggy and a cat though. Dude, my cat don't even want to hang out with me anymore, dude. He never comes home anymore. He came home 2 days ago. And every time he does come home, it's at like 2 in the morning when I'm sleeping. And he wakes me up and he's like, yo, bitch, feed me. And I'm like, yes, yes, sir, right away, sir. And I'm like, I haven't seen you in so long. Are you going to hang out? You want to take a nap? A cat nap? And he's like, nah, bitch, thanks for the food. Peace. Shouldn't this kid be running a pocket healer for me? Razor Mac Ham says, my youngest is 18. He can entertain himself. True. Shoot. What's he think about? What's your 18-year-old think about EQ? Is he like, that game sucks? That looks like shit. Any shot at getting him to play? That's why I look at Decius, right? Decius is, what is Decius? He's 25, I think. Decius is like 25 and he plays EQ. That's like, that's a rarity. His parents played, you know, so there's that, but it's still like a rarity. Ballsy asks if I plan on leveling another tune soon. He says it's an old man game. Oh wait, no, that was Razor Mac Ham. Xanathol says old man game. It's true. Am I, maybe. I was thinking about it, you know. Then people told me not to, actually. They were like, don't level another character. You're crazy, you're gonna burn out. That might be true. So I'm just kind of like feeling it out. I'm having a feel out period. I need AAs, so I'm doing this, because I'm grinding AAs plus I'm raiding. So that's kind of a lot of time. And then I've been playing a little M&M, so I'm kind of like, oh fuck, die bitch! Fuck! Alright, let's get back. Wait, fuck! I forgot the head back thing. Alright. How's the pet buffs? Not good. Let's buff the pet. You are out of range. Really, dude? He's into Fortnite and Minecraft. Yeah, that makes sense. What does he think of AOA? Have you showed him Adrulon online adventures? Did I slow this one? I don't remember. We're slowing it. Baldy says, I'm waiting for EA for M&M. Gonna run a Druid first. Yeah, so what I was trying to spit out was, with M&M being pushed back, I'm like a little more incentivized to actually play M&M a little more. Because I didn't want to burn out with EA only being 6 weeks away. And I had played, you know, a bunch of the alpha tests and stuff. So I didn't want to burn out, but now with you know, now that we have like 5.5 months, I don't know, I'm more incentivized to just, you know, play a little more, play with the boys, whatever. Not crazy, not like get to 60 or something insane. Grilldeck. The game looks like shit. Proceeds to log into Minecraft. Yeah, true, dude. Isn't that... I think I've mentioned this in the other live stream, is that, like, that's what gets me, is like how everybody, or like not everybody, but how Adrenaline Online Adventures doesn't get any shit about the graphics, but then Monsters and Memories just gets shit on about the graphics. That just surprises me. It's like, people are just more accepting of AOA. They're just like, this is how it's supposed to look. And then people look at M&M and they're like, nah, that should look better or different, or I don't like the art style. They never say I don't like the art style. They say, no, that's shitty graphics, which just isn't true. But we don't have to talk about that again. Ballsy says, is there any release information for AOA, EA, or anything? No. It's still considered pre-alpha, not even alpha, so I don't know how far along that is. Maybe maybe Skeleton knows a little more about that, but if he could chime in or something. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think there's any info. We don't even know when we're getting like play tests. They just kind of like randomly appear. Should probably heal myself once. It's very odd. I like Eminem a bit more. Oh, Eminem's graphics a bit more. People don't say AOA looks like shit because it's obvious. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's supposed to look like shit, you know? Like, it's obvious, duh. I think that's how it's supposed to look like Minecraft, which looks like shit. Yeah, it's a really weird, like, situation. But then at the same time... Oh, fuck, we gotta fight 2 again. At the same time, like... Eminem's going for, like, the retro... polygonal look as well, but, you know, people just aren't accepting of that. Pre-alpha, Pantheon PTSD kicking in. Yeah, I think AOA is a bit out. It's a while out. It's a ways out. Like AOA isn't trying to look impressive. Yeah, at the same time, I don't know. You could say the same about Eminem. They have a style, and they're trying to fit that style. With that being said, obviously the water, the skybox, some shit looks really good. But as for like the weird looking dwarves and with the beards and I mean, I love it. I love it personally, but you know, the ogre's all like fumbly looking and all that. But that's what they're doing that on purpose. Could they make a better model? Sure, they could. They're choosing not to. But in some people's eyes, that's not okay. It's not the graphics, it's the run speed. Yeah, true. Yeah, I can't get over that run speed either. Just like a little bit. Just give us a little bit. Eminem's style is harder to feel what they're going for. It's unique. I think that's good. Wug. I think that's good because that's how WoW was originally as well, right? WoW had back in 2004. WoW had a unique style. I mean, it was the same as Warcraft 3, but it was unique. You know, it was very cartoony. It was hard for me to go from EverQuest to WoW. Because, you know, I played Warcraft 3 up the ass, and then a bunch of my friends who didn't play EverQuest were like, they couldn't wait for WoW to come out. And I was like, it looks really Disney, really cartoony. But, you know, in hindsight, you look back and it's very unique, it's very stylized. And you can look at it now and be like, that's very, you know, WoW, it's unique to WoW, like, you know. So I think maybe in time that could happen with Eminem as well, who knows. Okay, we going in? Well, we got 2 of these hoes. All right. Everything looks good. Let's send them in on that one. And we'll slow this one off. Ah, fuck. Ah, man. Dude. 3? I don't know. Fuck. Where did the 3rd one come from? We might have to bail. I don't know if I could do 3. We don't have any cooldowns. Let's see how it goes. Hug and Whale says, I admit I have a hard time with the Minecraft look. Immediately kills my immersion. That was me originally. It's grown on me a little bit. I never played Minecraft or anything like that. Nor did I know anybody who played Minecraft. That was just completely in a separate world for me. I had a friend whose kids played Minecraft. That was about it. But, you know, I thought the moon was funny. Like, the moon's a cube. I thought that was hilarious. Block burrow. That was funny. So, you know, it's working on me. Ballsy says, I'm curious if the pushback is solely related to Nick no longer being on the team. Whatever happened there. I think the delay is good, though. More polishing time. I think it's good as well. I'm not convinced that it was Nick related, but maybe in a way, because they are implementing a patch soon that's going to be a complete like class overhaul, or, you know, that's how it's being touted. It's like it's going to be a huge class overhaul, so that's what Nick was in charge of. So maybe they weren't happy with some of the directions he was going, and you know, maybe. Let's see if we can get him to grab. Let's see if we can get the pet to grab that other one. And I can get one of them off of me. I should probably just stop and heal at this point. We might die here, boys. Never give up. Never surrender. Okay. If he knocks, we gotta get this heal off though. But we're cool. We just need a heal and then we're good. Alright, so then we can get that one off of us. Now we can get some heals going. Alright, let's get in there and help him out. Yeah, let's go on this side. I might need to back out and heal actually again. Let's see how this goes. Let me dots out. I guess I could, well, my dots don't land on these guys. They're resistant. 1 second, I'll get back in the chat. Let me get this taken care of. That's what we need. We need some procs, baby. Let's go. All right. I think he's gonna be on me. Yeah. All right, we're good. Huggin' Whale says, I like the unique look of M&M. It stands out. Has a nice painterly feel. The model designs have a hand-illustrated quality to them. Very immersive world. Yeah, that's how I see it as well. Ballsy says, I didn't know about the class overhaul patch. I've stepped away following M&M other than release date to prevent any chance of early burnout. Yeah, that's kind of where I was, and that's why I'm willing to play a little bit more now, since it's pushed out a bit. I just didn't want to get that early burnout. But, yeah, so there's supposed to be a pretty large, going straight to my room, boy? Pretty large class overhaul. And again, I don't know that it's because of the Nick situation. That's just like a possible, that's like an assumption from me as a possibility. But we're supposed to get that soon. So, well, so if you've been away for a while, we're supposed to get Module 1 now during EA. They're supposed to like slowly release Module 1. So by the time EA coming out on October 1st now, we are gonna get like Deep Elves, Deep Gnomes, and the Deep. And the Underdogs. So that's cool. More stuff at release. And then the first major... Whoops. Oh, whoops. The first major patch will be Module 2. Grilldeck says, from Brass on EQL, Disco about 10 minutes ago. Platform is sending invites out. I do not have a set time for when they may land. If you don't get one today, my hopes go with you for the next batch. Thanks for the update, Grilldeck. Super awesome of you. Ballsy says, I saw Deep available. I'm hoping crafting is available. More crafting. Yeah, a lot of things need a lot of work, for sure. And they got 5.5 months now, so... So that's, that's good. So if I pull this guy, he's gonna pull that guy. So we got another 2 pull. Could be a 3 pull. Who fucking knows? I think, oh shit. Oh, that's feared or something. Shoot. Let's see what we do here. Oh my god, this place is just fucking full at this point. What have I done? See, I think what I'm normally supposed to do is I pull one of the ones in the front and it socials this one. I think if I straight pull this one, it's going to social both of these. And then I got another 3 pull, which is not ideal. Girldeck says, anyway, I got to go do something for lunch. Later, dude. Later. Yeah, it's me too. I'm going to go just look for some single pulls. We're going to give up the room. Go look for some single pulls, and then I'm going to go soon too. This sciatica or whatever the fuck this is killing me, and I got to get lunch as well. I just woke up, did some stretches, and got my ass in here. Oh, those are shitty drops. This place is filling up now. So, you know, this is why you lock down the room. When it's times like this, you get into that room, you lock it down, and you just be happy with what you have. And that way is we're going to run into... So I see like this guy's probably locking down that room. All right, maybe it's just a good time to call it. I don't want to break that room again. I don't have any cooldowns. I do actually have cooldowns now. That's fine. Let's just head out of the cave. Got a good amount of money here. That's a lot of cash. Wish I could just sell it all right now and kind of show that. Because that would be a cool little ending, but you know, we're far away from civilization. We need to get my ass a port out of here or something. Wug says, any more thoughts of trying Elden Ring? Dude, oh my god. I know I still need to play that. How crazy. How crazy is that? I still need to play Elden Ring. Oh man, I know. I know. I do need to do that. It's so hard. There's so much to do and so little time. And here I am. Just blowing a bunch of time on frickin'... you know, AAs. AAs are such a time sink. I need like hundreds of them. It's pretty crazy. Obviously, there's a lot of time, so you could break it up and all of that, but that's my issue right now is there's too much good stuff. It's a good issue to have, but it is an issue nonetheless. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. 3.5 hours. Pretty good. Pretty good. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. You guys are the best. You carry the stream. Couldn't do it without you. I don't have that much in me to talk about, so being able to go back and forth with you guys is always the best. We're going to get on up out of here. Okay. Yeah, if you're on or whatever, Razor Mac, I'll take the port. We can end it. We can end it in like at the vendor or something. We'll squeeze a couple more minutes out of the stream. I'm down for that. Thank you, sir. Guess I could put a sew on now. Thanks, Harry. It was good seeing you. Good talking to you. Congrats on the little one. We'll see you back in here sometime. No rush. We'll try to do another stream as well. Maybe like Wednesday next week. I'm working a lot right now, so I like to do them on my day off. I think that's the best, is to do them on my day off and to do them early when like y'all are working. I think that's the best. You know, help. I don't know, help push your guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate having like a stream or something to listen to, a new video drop or what it is when I'm at work. I could throw in an earbud and all that. So I think that's just I think that's the way it works out the best. It's you know, for the most part, besides sawing some cement or whatever the fuck, besides that, it's pretty quiet around here during these times, and I like it better like that for me and for my own mindset. So that's good. But I work a lot. I work, oh, I could have given that. Evocative. I like it. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, so days off work for me. I think it works for everybody else good that way as well. Everybody's working. I don't know who's who. Is this you, by the way? Is this your character? Thank you very much. I bowed at the wrong person, I think. Is that you, Razor? Is that your character? All right, so let's go sell off. Wait, whoops. Where am I? And then we'll call it. So yeah, I think my only day off in like the next 10 days, I think is Wednesday. So if I feel rested, I think I might get up and stream on Wednesday. I got to double check my schedule, but I think it's Wednesday. All right, so let's put on the old mug. We got the Stein, the crudest of Steins. There. And let's sell some of this. Be careful, so I didn't lock my bags. Just now hearing of the stream. When you asked if it was me, must have been a delay. Oh, my bad. Was that not Razor? Razor, if that wasn't you. It must have not been you. I'm not good with matching YouTube names to in-game names. Terrible at it, in fact. And the junk drawer that we have over here. All right, so Sendrith, hopefully Sendrith made out like a bandit because we didn't loot a ton while he was here. We kind of hopefully let him get his loot on. I did loot a few things. Okay, that was Razor Mac. All right, cool. Not good with matching the names. So we got 3,400 in that sesh, and hopefully, you know, hopefully send a Tacoma bag as well. So cool deal. All right, that one's gonna be it. So once again, thank you guys for coming out and carrying the stream. You guys are the best. So I will see you guys next time, maybe Wednesday for a stream. Other than that, we'll just put out pre-recorded videos or whatever. Probably Monsters and Memories. Because I've been playing with the boys on the enchanter over there. And I got one in the chamber. I don't know if it's finished yet, but cool deal. See you guys next time.